And look at Goldberg. He's ready.
His boys are going down.
Okay, there's part one. Now finish him off. Finish him off.
He's calling for it.
This is it. This is it. Your career's on the line here. Do it. Do it. His place will erupt when he picks him up.
He's got him up. Oh, hell yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Climb the ladder, kid. Make yourself famous. I just had an out-of-body experience. What did we just see? What did we just see?
He got him in a power slam! He got him in a power slam! He got it! Simmons got it! Simmons has won the match! Simmons is a champion!
I've always maintained that reality is for people who can't face drugs.
Shit is about to get real.
You get to see your knee.
Look at the stare of the champion against the challenger.
And now, Straight Talk Society presents Wrestling with Reality.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
It's going to be the biggest battleground in the history of our sport. The biggest match in pro wrestling history.
The two biggest superstars in our sport with the biggest event the sport has ever seen. The biggest match in the history of our sport.
Enough is enough. That's enough. No! That's enough! Stop it! Nail this! That's tougher than a $2 steak. Who is your daddy? Who's your daddy, Undertaker? Slam! Toe slam! Who's your daddy, Undertaker? Lucifer's lips! Undertaker tags! And the WWE! Somebody stop this! Somebody stop the damn man! Enough's enough! What? The irresistible force meeting the immovable object. WWE Dynamite.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? It's time. Let's rock.
I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Let the slaughter begin!
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Oh, it's live, Hal.
Sorry.
Uh-oh, what's going on here? What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Wrestling with Reality. Let me bring my co-host in real quick. What's going on, Venkat?
All right, what's going on, Trevor?
We're live, pal. We're live.
Yeah, I know.
We'll do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. You'd think after all these shows I wouldn't be having all these technical difficulties, but hey, we're live, pal. First of all, I want to say, hey, what's up to Chanel? I see Chanel is in the chat. That's awesome.
Yep. This is her first time watching it live.
Yeah, this is first time over here. Welcome to the Straight Talk Society. Like I always say, we always got something for everybody. All the different shows that we do over here. So real quick, before we start the show, these shows basically just write themselves. Like, today was a news show and we're going to do an AEW recap. Bones won't be able to make it today because he had a prior engagement. Michael said that he'll be on to do the AEW recap. I don't know when. MD's probably going to pop in also. Did you get a chance to check out Yanga's stream?
Yeah, I watched it this morning. It was good.
Yeah, I watched it this morning too. I'm glad that he was able to do it. Oh yeah,
I donated.
Yeah, Michael telling me link, please. Yeah, yeah, it was awesome to hear. And you heard that he still was able. He still threw a shot at me, right?
Oh yeah.
These guys kill me. That it doesn't matter what, he could be burned half up, but he's still gonna find a way to throw a shot at me, man. That's crazy, man. I love you though, Yango, man. I can't wait. I hope you get better, and can't wait to finally get that debate in with you. Speaking of debate, did you get the catch last night?
I only saw pieces of it because yesterday I didn't have the time to do it. I actually passed out early. So I was
the link
like,
is in the chat.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it. I was come after the fact to see it.
I went full wrestling promo on them last night.
I saw like mostly the beginning, and after a while I went to sleep because I was so tired from the day.
Yeah, so just so everybody's up to speed, June 20th is the conference finals. It will be investing out the blue versus Mr. Straight Talk. I told him he's not getting Trevor, he's getting Mr. Straight Talk. We have our topic set. It's on a Tuesday night at 8:00. That may change, but so far that's what it's set for. If it does change, it'll only be within a few days. I'm gonna probably see if I can get it pushed to the weekend, just because I do work such crazy hours. And our title is a very interesting one that he picked, and he thinks he baited me into it, but I think I baited him into the topic. And the topic is as such: is black male culture the reason for the demise of the black community? That's the topic. That's what he picked to debate me on.
So the weekend would be a great time because I think more people will be available to see it at that time, and it'll just have a better feel to it. I think
I'm gonna call Solar. I'm gonna call Solar tomorrow and see if I can get it, and call Blue and see if I can get it pushed to the weekend. Because when I accepted the date, it was just because I was so hopped up. Oh shit, my bad, Mike. It's just because I was so hopped up in the moment. I just was like, all right, yeah, let's do it. But I'm right. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, no, the weekend would be better, and I hope Dembele and Rio get their debate squared away, so we could just have like a championship weekend, just do them both on the same day, or do one Saturday, one Sunday.
Yeah, and that's a good topic, interesting topic. And as you said it, I'm just thinking in my head, like, what position would I take?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll take either one and crush whoever.
Yeah,
what's going on, Mike?
What it do, be Keezy?
All right.
He's emphatically saying, though, that the demise of the black community is solely based on the black male culture. That's what he's saying. That's his stance.
Bro, that can't even be right. At best, it's 50%. At best.
Nah, don't give it to him, Mike.
I'm not saying nothing, but at best.
Because everybody just sees me as just, like, hey, he just, we're gonna push him over. Nah. And this may be one he mentioned last night, asking for a longer premise, and I may agree to that, just because the amount of info that I'm going to be bringing, 10 minutes is not going to be not going to suffice. But we'll get to that another time. So what's going to happen? We do have Man Talk Monday this Monday. Polygamy in the black community. You guys asked for it. We're going to talk about it Monday at 6:05. Pour Your Heart Out does have a show on the 24th, but that's then. This is now. Today is Wrestling with Reality, and it's time to get into what everybody loves, some good old-fashioned wrestling. So Venkat sent me a message today, as he normally does, of things that happens, and unfortunately we had a passing in the world of wrestling. The Iron Sheik, let me go on and make sure and do it right. The Iron Sheik passed away. It was today, Venkat?
I believe it's today. I haven't gotten final confirmation, but I believe it happened this morning.
Yeah, the Iron Sheik, and we're going to talk about the Iron Sheik first. But I was sent this. I was sent this video. I haven't even watched the video yet, so we all going to watch it together. It was sent to me anonymously, so we're going to watch this video and see where we go from there. StreamYard wouldn't let me upload it to the account, so I'm gonna have to do it this way. So let's enjoy this video.
And I didn't like him. I didn't like his attitude. He was a punk. I can break his fucking back, make him humble, and then fuck his ass. Growing up in Iran was rough first for me. I have to do my bicycle for 2 miles to go make the gym and training. And I was for 15 years old.
Did you say you had to ride a bike for 2 months to get to the gym?
No,
2 miles. Oh, Christ, I was going to say.
2 miles.
You get in
and
12 workouts a year.
To practice and 3 times a week. And a national sport in Iran was wrestling and soccer football.
Right.
So, but I was involved with wrestling since I was 15 years old. And after 6th grade, I've been 7th grade, I started to go practice 3 times a week and all year round.
What about your parents? Was your father an athlete?
My father was himself a good wrestler, and we had my cousin Ghulam Reza Takhti, greatest champion we had.
He was the one that was killed, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I grew up with a wrestling background, and to me, wrestling was a #1 sport, and my major sport was wrestling, freestyle and Greco-Roman.
And are you competing competitively in school as a wrestler?
Absolutely. It's 125 pound I started wrestling. My goal was to be 90 kilogram. And then I went to the whorehouse and they put the 90. My goal was to be someday 90 kilogram. 90 kilogram is equal with 180 pound.
And you had to go to the whorehouse to get the
Right.
Okay.
And that was only too high. And like I said, my dream was to be Iranian champion and high school champion, and to make it to the army and national and later on.
Well, you did that, and more.
Introducing the challenger, the Iron Sheik.
The Iron Sheik! Iran! Iran! Iran!
Look at it now, setting it up, pulling the arms back. Once he gets him, he sets rocks back. It's give up time. Whoa, he sits back, goodbye, that's it. He's got it cinched. This is undoubtedly it.
Look at him pulling one out neck.
Oh, he's going to break his back. Oh, my. Perhaps one of the most sadistic men in professional wrestling today. He is indeed one of the great World Wrestling Federation athletes. However, again, a lot of people do not like the Iron Sheik.
And you people shut up and don't call USA. USA is a sick country.
Introducing first to my left, the challenger, the Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik not wasting any time going to work on that neck area.
I was in the crowd at the Garden the night the Iron Sheik defeated Bob Backlund, and it was just stunning.
Oh! Going for the roll-up. He got it with the roll-up. There's the bridge. No! Sheik now going for the camel clutch. Now he's got it. He hooked Backlund back. He's right in the center of the ring.
Backlund's got a bad neck.
Pull on it. Oh! Pull on! Backlund did not submit. Arnold Skolin threw something into the ring.
And the new World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion, the Iron Sheik.
And Sheik walked out of there with that title, and we basically usher in a new era.
What happened to Bob Backlund? What happened to his arm? What happened to his shoulder? Now they're putting the...
To this day, probably one of the biggest heroes in our business.
You go bring that animal, Hulk Hogan, for no reason.
I think he's made his mark in history as one of the innovators, one of the legit bad guys that people love to hate.
Capacity crowd on the case of the Iron Sheik.
He's a bad guy, but I love him. There's a lot of you out there that do too.
Like all of us love him. And now today, he's so respected.
To this day, you see the Iron Sheik and there's no one like him.
Sheiky baby. So what are you guys thoughts on the Iron Sheik?
Go ahead, Zach. Yeah.
Well, I think the Iron Sheik, he was an incredible amateur wrestler and professional wrestler. He was one of the hottest heels in his era. I think he made a major impact. Of course, his big moment is defeating Bob Backlund, and I think that it's funny how we just lost Superstar a few weeks ago. Now we lose Iron Sheik. They're both wrestlers that were on the road, that heavy, hard grind on their body. Plus, they were using and partaking in drugs. But for whatever reason, they made it to practically 80. I think Iron Sheik was about 80, 81. Superstar was about 79. That's amazing in itself. But Iron Sheik will go down as one of the toughest guys in the ring to play with. There was the old request that Vern Gagne, the owner of the AWA, had, where he was telling Iron Sheik, because how Hulk Hogan jumped ship from AWA to WWF, and he was pissed about it. And he told Iron Sheik, when you wrestle Hogan, I'll pay you $100,000 if you break his leg. And so Iron Sheik, he didn't do it, because he was a stand-up guy. But later on, he would have that riff with Hogan, as Hulk Hogan will lie to him multiple times over the years and decades, and then they would have this beef that went on even to this day. Just a few days ago, he posted on Twitter as usual, F Hulk Hogan. So it's business as usual with Sheiky baby, and can't have it any other way.
Yeah. Yeah, that seemed to be his thing. If you follow him on Twitter, his whole thing is just F Hulk Hogan. Like, it doesn't matter. He could be saying, hey, I had a good day. I had this for breakfast. I had that for breakfast. But some way he's going to work in telling Hulk Hogan to F off. And it's amazing. To me, the Iron Sheik was the first heel that I saw, and this is before we knew what heels and faces were, but he was the epitome of the bad guy. Me being the Hulkamaniac, he was the bad guy. Like, there was no gray area with him like you see these heels nowadays. You can't tell, one day they're cool, one day they're bad, one day they're good. This guy was a scumbag. I'm not sure if he ever was a face. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure he was a face in Iran, but as far as I watched him growing up in the 80s, he always, to me, just was the epitome of just a bad foreign heel. And it was like, from the broken English, just everything about him, the mustache, he would curl those stupid things that look like they look almost like bowling pins, but they were heavy, and he just do the whole curling thing. Like, everything about him.
Yeah, they were about 80 pounds each.
Yeah.
And Hulk Hogan said that everybody in the back couldn't do it. He was the only one that could do it.
Yeah, because that shit is hard to do because of the way it's shaped. Like, it's easy to curl 80-pound dumbbells, but when you're trying to do that particular movement, that shit is hard to do. But he will probably go down as the ultimate transitional champion, because like his championship run was only to serve one purpose, and that was to be the heel for Hulk Hogan to beat, so Hulkamania could start. That's all. That's all his purpose was, like, because he was like a mid-card guy. He was a tag team guy. They put the belt on him. They had him make Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund didn't tap out or pass out. Skolin threw in the towel because they had to keep the babyface strong. They've been doing this forever, and it was strictly just for transition purposes, so Hulk Hogan could beat the Sheik, because from what I heard, they were thinking about turning Backlund heel so he could drop the belt to Hogan, and he said he'd never do that. So in order to get the belt onto Hogan, they had to bring in a heel, and what better heel to have than a foreign heel? And he was going around talking about Ayatollah and all that stuff. I mean, who better to have Hulk Hogan drop that big leg on? The match was terrible. I watched it a couple of times, but as with so many Hulk Hogan matches, it's all about the moment. It's all about that leg drop, that 1, 2, 3 in Madison Square Gardens erupted. Unfortunately, Sheik never held the title again. I think he would have had a good run in the 90s, especially when they went through that shitty spell like 95, that time where, I mean, because let's look at it. Can you imagine that WrestleMania 7, how much better it would have been if Iron Sheik was the one holding the belt versus Sergeant Slaughter? Like, that would have been so much better. But yeah, man, rest in peace, Iron Sheik, man. He's a entertaining guy, man. And I the last thing I used to love about Iron Sheik, because Iron Sheik has that build like me, like the muscular upper body, but for some reason he always had a stomach with abs on it. That's the part that killed me, because it's like I could look in the mirror and I got a six-pack, but then I got a stomach on top of it. So I'm like, hey man, shout out to Iron Sheik, the original dad bod, man.
Find some in-shape fat relations. Get out of here. Iron Sheik was that dude. He was the first person I seen incite hatred. Like, I used to see people in the stands like frothing at the mouth. He was like the anti-Michael Jackson. Like, Michael Jackson make everybody in the world start crying. Sheik made everybody in the world just hate and throw little 4-year-olds throwing the bird. I'm like, who taught you that? My mommy said I could do it to the Sheik. Like, they hated him. My only issue with him was the little N-word snafu. That's my only issue with him.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah.
You don't know about that?
Nah.
Oh, when he was on Stern trying to act like he was Chris Rock, I guess. I don't like the N-word this, and N-words are this, and black people are this, but N-words are this. Yeah. Look it up on your own time. I'm going to let it go. I just had to be honest and be myself. That's why I want Van Cat to go first, to get some good praise. But that's my only issue with him. I don't care if you're alive or dead. I'm going to say what I ain't like about you. But that's how I get down. I say it at your funeral, too. And while
and that's valid what Mike's saying. That's valid what he's saying.
That's how I am. I'm that guy. But yeah, other than that, I ain't really had no issues with him. Like, he was a great.
I will say though, he kind of apologized for it, but I'm like Mike. It still was like, nah, that wasn't cool.
Yeah, just like when I was young, my favorite porn star did it, and I looked at her like, what? I used to love you. What would you do? And now every time I see her, I'll be like, But he had a longer track record of greatness, so I could give it to him. I'll let it slide. Apologies are fantastic or whatever, but he had a track record built up before that happened that it warrants me to show love. But I got to say how I feel too. So that's why I wanted y'all to go first.
And he does.
On the back.
He also had a documentary that came out a while back.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that. It was really good. It
was a pretty good documentary and gave a lot of insight. And what I like about it, if that was a Hulk Hogan documentary, there would be so much edited out. so much glossed over. And with this one, he showed you his dirt all the way through. His addiction issues, the problems with him and his daughter, just everything was just laid out. There was no sugarcoating anything. And you got to give him props for that. He was just kind of strange and crazy. I mean, those weird stories with him and Hacksaw just snorting, going across the country, just high as can be. And it's just weird.
Got the best 8 balls.
Oh!
So Nene put, see, man, she be on it, boy. She put the link to the video of him using the N-word on Stern in the chat. Let me start that. Hold on, I want to.
Sorry, that's why I wanted to go last. I didn't want to ruin anybody's feelings, but I
mean, everybody. I'm not even going to do it. I was about. Well, yeah, I am going to do it. It'd be just like if we did a Chris Benoit thing. I mean, and you guys came up here and sang his praises. You know, I'd be the one to be like, well, let's think about this. This glaring thing that's hanging over his head.
You know, a couple people.
That's fair. That's fair.
A couple people missing, but you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know.
He won't be winning any fight. No, I'm going too far. Let me not.
No, you're not. That was hilarious.
I was gonna say, he won't be winning any Father of the Year award.
At all. He the only one not getting no Father's Day and is okay about it.
Man. Yeah.
All he can say is that's fair.
To those of you
it is wrestling with reality, so you gotta be real.
To those of you that's new over here, yeah, we get a little irreverent at times, but rest in peace to Sheiky Baby, man. He was awesome, and Venkat was definitely right about that Vern Gagne story, offering him $100,000. I'm shocked that he didn't take it, because I doubt any of them were making $100,000 at that time outside of Hogan.
Right.
Bro,
for sure.
I would have broke Hogan's leg and never worked in WWF ever in my life. I'd have been fine. I'd have took that 100 bands, put it in the stock market, and rode out. Can't stand Hogan.
Yep.
Always a macho man, baby.
Oh, and he also said something also interesting. I saw it. I think it is this morning, before I even knew he died. But he was talking about, like, in wrestling and in pop culture in general, like the people that are portrayed to be the best people, the good guy, the hero. In real life, they're complete dirtbags, complete trash. And like sometimes the bad guys are actually really good guys or really decent people behind the scenes. So just funny how that whole thing is right there. And I saw it this morning, and then boom, then I get the news later about that.
Let me Nene deleted them. Oh man.
Hey, I saw it, bro. I was about to ask him, like, yo, no. you like a cat caller. Has that ever worked?
Yeah, I was about to say, because I was going to address. I can see it on my screen still, but Jersey City. For the longest, I thought that you were Tony Harbin, and you could still be Tony Harbin, but I kind of think that you're probably not, just because I'm looking at it and you're using words like Sheol, which you spelled wrong, you asshole. At least if you're going to come over here, learn how to spell. But I don't think you're Tony just because you're using words like that. And he doesn't have the sense to use words like that. So you are probably somebody else posing as him. But just like I say, you would never face me. The link is in the chat. If you ever, hey, what's up, Lance? The link is in the chat. If you ever wanted to come up here and challenge me, I'll have everybody get off the platform and you could challenge me and let me know what your real beef is. But since you're a bitch and I know you won't do it, just stay in the shadows and listen.
Hey, don't be disrespecting bitches. There's a whole lot of good bitches out there.
and just so you know, he's talking about I never had the debates. So here's the deal with that. Everybody knows I'm a part of SVDL, and I will never compete against SVDL. So as long as SVD
in the chats, you are not doing it before the thing is finished.
Exactly.
You ain't got a quote on these idiots.
As long as SVDL debates are going on, I will not have a debate on this platform. Reginald Young and Jansen Williams are going to debate on this platform, but it will not be until I'm crowned as SVDL champion. And that's it.
Your shit. Talk that shit.
I mean, like, that's when I win the championship and we take those 6 months off or however long, then we're gonna do our thing. So
who taught that shit? I love it.
Jersey City, kiss my ass, you queer.
Oh my.
We ain't gonna never get this channel monetized, man. I keep messing around with people like this.
As long as I can blame you for it and not me, I'm cool.
All right, so Mike is gonna review. Mike, you want to go ahead and review Double or Nothing now before I get into the news notes, or what?
All right, we could go at it, Brian. Running. It was a beautiful thing, and I get to expose your elitist bullshit.
So I don't know the match order. So you're gonna have to
All right, let me look it up. Give me a second.
Hold on, because I didn't even boy, you could tell how Venkat sent me this stuff from a while ago, and I just threw them up here and didn't label them or anything.
Because I bet you had that bullshit Night of Champions ready.
Absolutely. Everything was labeled. Number 1, number 2, number 3, everything was labeled.
That shows you a hater.
What was the you're looking at what was the first match?
You want to do the regular or you want to do the whole thing?
What do you mean regular or whole thing?
Because they had a couple pre-show matches.
No. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
should be like
6,
9,
7, 8, 9 matches. And I'm
9.
assuming okay, this is just the flyer, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So, bomb, there you go. You see it. Nah, listen, I don't hate them, but I don't have time to watch them. That's why I have you and Bones to do this stuff.
It was awesome. All right, first, I'm going to start off with the same criticism I had for Night of Champions. You got the big dog belt on the line, and it's not your final show. That's bullshit.
Well, I mean, as far as like for what you want me to put up, because I get it. That was a lot of criticism I heard, and I agree with you. So let me know when you want me to put the matches up.
All right. Dope. When I finish, we'll start with the Hardys when I finish with this one. When I finish with this. Yeah. Not only did you have your championship matchup and you put it second, but it's also the 4 pillars. And if you don't watch AEW and you don't know what the 4 pillars are, when the company was first started, they had a bunch of people, they had Cody, they had the Elite, but they had taken out these 4 pillars that they felt they could build the company on. These 4 young stars who were amazing. Just in case you don't watch, I'm going to name them. It is the champion MJF, Darby Allin, who people call Sting Light.
The garbage can wrestler?
He is not a garbage can wrestler.
I will fight you and put 4 or 5 grays in your beard. Shut up. And then they had the baby maker, Sammy Guevara, who I'm hurt at because he took one of the baddest chicks on the planet off the market.
Yeah. Tainara Conti.
Woo, and she bad in more ways than one, sir. She'll beat you up and make you look good in the calendar. But I'm just saying it makes no sense for you to have a show with the people who years ago you said were your future. You said these are your future, and now they're all going for the most prestigious championship in your company, and they get second fiddled? That makes absolutely no sense to me.
So wait a minute. That match was second on the card?
It was no. It was behind the main event.
Okay. Because I thought you said it was the second match.
No, he was saying second fiddle.
I said second fiddle.
Put up the Double or Nothing sign when he's talking about that.
Like, that's crazy, man. You look at the bottom in the middle. You see whose face that is. That is your champion.
Yep.
That should be the marquee, especially when he talks nothing but cash shit about leaving you in a year. That's all he talks about. Every time I hear him talk, it's, man, Tony Khan pissed me off, but then he paid me, so I like Tony Khan, but there's going to be a bidding war in 24. That's all he says. He's like, oh, is Triple H going to call me? I don't know. He's on the phone. That bidding war in 24. Why would you, if you've already bent over to give this man everything so much that you made the belt Burberry, give him everything you can. Make him the biggest star you can, and then pay him.
Let me ask you how you feel about that. The Burberry belt. Like, I hate the custom belts.
Well, you know why I don't? I love the John Cena spinny belt, especially when they stole it from G Unit. I love that. That belt was hard for the time, but custom belts don't age well. Am I yelling? A little bit. All right, my bad. I forgot I got a good iPhone microphone, but custom belts do not age well. That's the one thing about it, because I guarantee you I'm not buying a Burberry belt. I understand it, and my big problem with it is that, you know, if there's a Burberry belt, he's not losing it for a very long time. You know what I'm saying?
This the one you like?
Yeah, yo, I love that. I love when he used to spin. That joint was ill. And then who was it? Was it Miz that turned it upside down?
Yeah, and Edge did the rated R.
Yeah, bro, I used to love them joint. That joint was ill. Look at his little. Look at his face. I can't see nothing but his teeth. Look at his teeth.
That's a Cracker Jack title.
Look like he got it out. Look like he opened his Cracker Jack box and it was in the bottom.
Yep.
So you say there was a Hardy Boys match?
Hey man, don't start with me.
No, I'm saying because I don't see it. That's what I'm.
Yeah, the Hardy Boys match was the beginning. That was the beginning.
Who did they wrestle?
It was the. Hold on, let me check it. It was the Hardy Boys with Hook, who has a chance at being a star, against the Guns and Ethan Page, who has a chance.
That's in there.
That's the trios grudge match. That was the. I think
that
was
the trios. Yeah, that's in there. You have that title card.
It's all right. I'll handle it. We'll start there.
I must have didn't upload that one. I don't have that. Wait a minute.
Yeah, if you got 9, you should have it. It's there.
I will tell you this. Nothing in my life let me know that the Hardys need to retire than watching this match.
Is this the match where Jeff Hardy botched like
yo, it looked like his knees didn't work anymore. Like, what's going on?
And he went for that twist of fate that failed miserably.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it like, hold on, I want to say it like this, but I don't want to be bump it. I'm me. Somebody need to go ahead and get that man a line, because he don't do it well when he's sober.
Wow.
I know that's wrong. I'm sorry, but he ain't the same. I don't know what to tell you. He ain't the same. Yo, I told you what's wrong with the Burberry belt is that if you have that belt on, you know you're not losing that belt for a year. They're not gonna customize the belt and then have you lose the title. That don't make any sense.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like if I get a belt and it says EXO all over it. You know, ain't nobody winning this belt for a while. That's my belt.
Hey, the link is in the chat, MD.
All right, but this match, Ethan Page did his thing. I'm not gonna get as in depth as you because I know y'all don't care about it, and I can see in Trevor's face he just wants to get to the foot.
No, I want to hear it. I mean, I don't not like them. I want them to succeed. I do.
All right, I'm gonna tell you like this: the Guns have so much talent. I saw them pulling some moves off that I was surprised. I feel like they had the best intro of the year with that 50 Cent Many Men intro. I'm starting to learn that AEW gives you fire intros when you're going to lose your belt. We'll talk about that later. That seems to be their MO. Like, hey, you about to lose this belt. Go ahead and get all your homies hooked up. Like, it's crazy. I think Ethan Page, if they develop him right, he could be a star. But this whole match really was about Taz Jr. Taz Jr. came through, mopped the floor with everybody. The Hardys, yo, you know how I feel about Matt. Matt like doesn't have a thoracic spine. I think all those vertebrae are fused together and he can't even run right. Jeff, yo, they need to let Van Cat wrestle for Jeff. Like, I don't understand why they keep putting Jeff out there. Jeff was done 3 years ago.
So okay, I'm glad you're on here because this is what I'll offer. So how come when Jeff Hardy got out of his WWE contract and he came over to AEW, everybody act like it was they just got another MJF on the roster?
I'll tell you for two
and
reasons.
He wasn't shit. He wasn't doing shit in WWE either.
I'll tell you for 3 reasons. Actually, I can give you more than 3. Number 1, and the main reason was because we thought they were going to restart the Delete series. And they never fucking did. We thought they were going to restart the Matt Hardy, Brother Nero Delete shit, which was amazing. The closest we got to that was Matt saying delete in the ring for looking like a cokehead. I don't know what that was. Secondly, we thought if Jeff got off drugs and got around his brother again, he'd be able to pull out some CM Punk last-minute juice moves. He did not. He had nothing but botch after botch. I think he needs knee surgery because I don't know what it is. He can't pull them off anymore. Thirdly, they thought they could finally have those Hardy Boys versus what's their name? The illest tag team of all time that Trevor hates.
Revival?
I will slap every black hair out of your beard. You know who I'm talking about.
Don't say the Young Bucks.
The Young Busies. They wanted to see the Hardy Seniors versus the Hardy Juniors. That would have been amazing. The only problem is only the brothers can get off the ground anymore. Neither one of the Hardy Boys could jump. Like, I could jump higher than both of them.
But why at this advanced age are the Hardys even attempting to try to go off the top anymore? Michael Jordan at a certain point developed a jump shot, and he stopped dunking. Same thing with LeBron James. They don't dunk a lot like they used to when they get older. So they should have enhanced their the Great Muda's the same thing.
I blame y'all. It's because of y'all. That's why.
The Great Muda changed his moveset when he got older.
Go ahead, finish.
No, I'm saying he changed his moveset when he got older. So he wasn't doing a lot of off the top because he had certain injuries from doing those moves.
Michael Jordan and LeBron, there's a whole lot of Carmelos and Allen Iversons. Remember, changing your set takes intelligence, it takes self-awareness, and it takes humbleness. And not everybody has it.
And when you're jumping off of 30-foot Titantrons, it's hard to now tell a crowd, hey, I'm going to become a mat wrestler. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't. Hey, what's up, MD? Y'all, that's y'all fault. Like I thought Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy should be booking matches, working behind the scenes, and every now and then coming out for your novelty run. That's you guys that keep wanting more and more and more from these guys, and then when they crippled and they can't walk and God forbid anything happen to them, then y'all want to blame Vince McMahon for it. Van Cat? I just went on my little rant.
I'm glad he said your name. All right, so we're gonna smooth right on past that. Hook showed up and did his thing. Go ahead, Van Cat.
No, I just want to say real quick. I'm gonna come off for a moment. I just want to get a soundbite from MJF that'll be appropriate for this. I'll be back. I'm gonna send it to Trevor. I'll be back.
No problem. All right, so the match after that was the AEW International Championship Blackjack Battle Royale.
And that's why don't I have
it don't matter. I'm gonna call it the freshly.
So wait a minute. Were these main card matches? Because he may have only sent me the main card stuff.
Oh no, these were main cards, sir.
Yeah, I just looked at even the stuff on my phone. I do not have it.
No, the freshly squeezed, the one I'm talking about right now, was the beginning of the main card.
And so this is Orange Cassidy.
Battle Royale. This is the Orange Cassidy joint.
Yeah, I don't have that card. I don't understand.
It's all right. All you need to know is this. Orange Cassidy is awesome. It's very few people that are hilarious and awesome at the same time. Santino is one of them. What's the black dude? Damn, I forgot his name. The one who says R-Truth. R-Truth is fantastic. And Orange Cassidy is the new version of both of them dudes. I will say this. Ray Phoenix is, if they do this right with him, he could be the future Heartbreak Kid. I think he needs to turn on his brother and become a single star because he is amazing. When he did the tightrope and flipped out the ring on this man is amazing. Brian Cage. No, that's not it. Brian Cage looks like Vince McMahon's dream. A big white dude with some goofy hair. You know, Vince McMahon go crazy for that. They threw Switchblade Jay White in there. He came in there, did a couple moves, but it wasn't really time for him to do anything. In the words of Van Cat, he ain't been there long enough. You know, it's Cody Rhodes hate. It got down to Swerve Strickland, who I really think they need to go behind and do a nice push. The little tag team he had with Keith Lee, who also made a wonderful entry, and they had to jump him to get him out. He did his thing. Lee Moriarty. I'm telling you, there's so many people that could
Why did they break Swerve and Keith Lee up?
I honestly believe they don't know what to do with Keith Lee. I honestly believe they tried to make Keith Lee. Well, all right, Swerve Strickland is really, really good as a heel, right? Like he's really, really good. Keith Lee, not so much. And they were trying to move Swerve into his own lane because Keith Lee was holding, like Keith Lee I don't know what happened to his charisma. It's like he used to be you ever saw that gangster picture of Winnie the Pooh? Where he's never had
charisma and Keith Lee don't go together.
I'm not talking about charisma on the mic. I'm talking about physical.
Oh, yeah, okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like he walk around and everybody's like, "Oh my God!" It's like he should be behind some gates or something. And we should be, "Oh, look at this guy! Did you see him push him? He pushed him across the whole ring. Like he used to be a spectacle, and now he's just like an old guy with gray hair that just comes out every once in a while and throws stuff and then gets beat up. Like I don't understand what they're doing with him. They look just as bad as he was on the WWE roster.
Triple H seems to be the only person that could book Keith Lee right, and I'm talking about NXT Keith Lee.
Oh yeah,
because what they did with him on the main roster was highway robbery, especially after that spot with him and Roman Reigns at Survivor Series. They should have just pushed him to the moon after that. Nobody seems to be able to book him right, though. Is it because of, I won't even say because of his size, because you could just turn him into a Mark Henry, but he can't be a heel. So, I mean, I see him now and he's just full of gray and he doesn't look like he wants to be there.
Dude, he looks like he wants to go home to his Asian persuasion and even she's on the road, so he can't even do that. I don't know what's up with Keith. I'm sorry for him because it looks like his career is going to go down the drain because I don't know what he's trying to be. I don't know what he's trying. Like I said, what do I say all the time? I say Tony needs to hire Triple H from WWE. Give this man, don't I say that? Give this man whatever he wants. He needs to have Stephanie's box in a can and be like, come on, Triple H. Come on, Triple H. Look what I got. It's got money attached to it, and just drag him on over to AEW. 3 years of Triple H, they'll be right past $1.5 million. I wholeheartly believe it. And I don't even like Triple H.
That's still not good enough, though.
$1 million, you telling me $1.5 million in 6 years ain't good enough?
We gonna get to some numbers after this review, but that's not good enough. I got some numbers for you after this review.
I think it'll be good enough with the subtraction that WWE will face without Triple H. But we'll talk about that later. Orange Cassidy and Strickland were the last two in the ring. They made it look like it should have been a one-on-one match the whole time. Those two together are fantastic. Swerve Strickland, my G, I'm sorry to say I didn't know you before. I was wrong. You are fire, sir. You bring it. His presence alone when he walks out when he comes out, it's just like, nigga,
he's smooth. He's smooth.
Bro, he looked like the dude in school. You was like, oh, that's my dog over there. What up, bro? And he just be like, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I knew him. MD, was you working or something? What you doing? I knew him from.
I am. It's breaking up on my end. I can barely hear y'all, so I think I'm in a bad area.
Oh, okay. He
man, get you some Wi-Fi.
No, he driving. He on the truck.
Yeah, I'm in the truck, man.
We can hear you fine though. But Swerve Strickland, I knew him when he was Killshot over in Lucha Underground. See, because all y'all think that I don't watch independent stuff. Y'all think I hate independent wrestling.
I do think that.
I just wanted to be better. Speaking of that, June 17th, I don't want Lil Mama to hear, but we're going to a local independent show next weekend. So I'm real excited for that. Actually we're
NXT is by me on a regular basis.
Yeah, I would love to go to an NXT show, but we're going to CCW. That's a promotion out of Coral Springs. That's where I met Mick Foley there. Actually, before the show, I'll post those pictures if I can find them. But I met Mick Foley, Top Dollar from Hit Row.
Yes,
that's where I first saw him, and it's funny because when I saw him, like, he was the big star that night. Nobody knew who he was, but we like, God, this big man can move. Wait until they get a hold of him in WWE. And I remember I told him, I was like, I can't wait to see you on a big time roster. And sure as shit stink, he signed the NXT a few months later. So I was really happy to see that. But but we like the little indie shows are always so fun, man, because you just see the future. You may see a big star every now and then, but I just like it because, first of all, the tickets are cheap and, you get to see the talent up close and personal.
See, my only problem is if I go to an indie show, I'm sitting up front.
Yeah, we got front row seats.
You feel me? I ain't doing nothing in the back. I'm in the front. If I go to the Improv, I need a VIP, sir. I ain't that broke. I'm up front.
Yeah, we got front row tickets, but it's on the 17th, so I can't wait to see that. Now it's 10 days from now.
Yeah. All right, so of course, Orange Cassidy jumped off the top ropes with a DDT, took out Swerve Strickland. It was beautiful, wonderful. He got eliminated. Orange Cassidy still is your champion. Fantastic. It was a wonderful match.
So you guys think I don't like Orange Cassidy either?
I really think you don't like. Orange Cassidy is hilarious, and he's ticked up his input more and more every year. God, he's funny, and he can wrestle.
Every now and then, when I caught up on everything and I don't have anything to do, I YouTube Orange Cassidy. He's like one of those. It's like even some YouTubers, like, every now and then I'll go listen to their stuff because they're like a guilty pleasure. Orange Cassidy to me, with the lazy offense and the, it's not for everybody, but it's like one of them things where it's just like, damn, this shit is smooth the way he does it. And because he does everything with his hands in his pocket. But yes, we went to a SmackDown show, I want to say I forget what year it was, when Kobe was champion still. So like 2018, somewhere around there. We went to a SmackDown show and that they were taping 205 Live at the end. So after the show, most of the people leave because they're not staying for the 205. Well, the people that left, I bet I bet they were wishing that they stayed because the treat we got, we went down closer and the treat we got was Swerve Strickland against Oni Lorcan. And when I tell you,
Oni could go.
That match, bro, that match was like, man, that was one of the best matches I had seen all year. Like, that shit was awesome, man. Swerve is awesome, man. I see him as, I think before they put a world title on him, though, they'll probably want to change his look up a little bit too much because, he has the dress, and I don't know if he still wears like the 3/4 pants. He still does that, like he did.
Bro, he looked like a whole G right now. He got a little squad with him. He come down the ramp, stop in the middle, give you that old Roman Reigns when he first turned back swag. He got his hoodie on. He'd be like, I'm thinking about going to you need to go watch how he is right now. The boy ill.
Yeah, I like Swerve, and then he used to do all that crazy shit in Lucha Underground because you had to kill yourself in order to get over there.
So you know about Ray Phoenix?
Yeah, one of the best matches I ever seen was Ray Phoenix. I think I mentioned it on this show. Was a coffin match with Ray Phoenix and God, who was their champ? Mil Mortez. If I'm gonna say, if anybody can go back and find that match, thank me later. Is he was called so his brother was just Penta or some shit like that, but it was Phoenix against Mil Mortez in the coffin match, and that's when Mil Mortez had Katrina with him. And that, man, I must just thank me later. Hell, we should do a review show just on that match alone. That match, I'm telling you, I think that match won match of the year in everybody's book. It just didn't make it like on the high thing because it's a little TV company. But brother, that you talk about bleeding a gusher, and I'm not for the blood and everything, but man, those jokers went at it.
I'll look it up, bro. I'm with that.
that. It's Mil Mortez versus versus Phoenix. And it was Lucha Underground season 1. That shit was crazy, man. That match was woo. Wow.
I'm with it, bro. I like good wrestling. All right. Then we had, I think this match was more to get a dude back in who's been out for a while. Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho, the unsanctioned match with the JAS on Chris's side and Roderick Strong and Sabu on the other side. This whole match was for two things. One, so the world could see that Adam Cole is still that guy, and so he could bring his girl out and be like, oh, look, my girl is still good. She's a good girl. And the second was to see if Sabu still had it. And that some bitch is still nuts.
Why is Sabu involved in this?
Because Sabu's crazy. And I think they trying to make him a manager maybe, and they needed him to come out and sell out. Because the JAS basically has been doing what the Bloodline been doing. They just been coming through, messing up all the matches. You can't get Chris Jericho on to clean anything because the JAS is damn near six people now. They just come out, they mess everything up. So Sabu was supposed to be the equalizer. And this one man ran roughshod, hitting people with chairs in the face. You know that little thing he does where he throws a chair and hits you in the face?
Yeah.
He was killing it, bro. Then he splashed on a dude through a table. I'm like, Sabu, ain't you 80? If you don't sit your old ass, bro.
And everything's bad on him, like his neck, his knees.
Yo, Sabu need to donate his joints to Jeff Hardy because apparently whatever Jeff doing ain't working. He need to get on that Sabu and the Tom Brady plyometrics because Jeff Hardy body dying and Sabu 95 years old and he hopping through shit like he young, like his joints better than mine. Bro, Sabu looked amazing.
Nene put the link to that match in the chat.
Jump on it. Sabu is nuts.
Well, the Mil Mortez and Phoenix. Yeah, you know what? Our next show, make sure you watch it. We're not doing it. Oh, yeah, let me just say this right now. We're not doing a Wrestling with Reality next Wednesday because Venkat won't be available, and plus, I'm going into study mode. So, but when we come back that following week, though, yeah, let's watch this match again. I want to discuss this match.
I'm with it. You know what I think?
This shit is crazy.
Pick our favorite matches of all time and come dissect them, all three of us, or four if Mad Dog can make it.
Yeah, well, shit. That you ain't saying nothing but a word. Me and Venkat's still supposed to review Brock Lesnar and John Cena from Extreme Rules. We're just trying to figure out how we want to do it. If we want to do it as a watch along, but you can't do a watch along because I can't play it through here. Right, but at least if we're watching it live, then I'll be able to react right then and there.
I feel you. But like I was saying this, why am I yelling? All right, so
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm amped, bro. I loved it because it was great. It was fantastic. Adam Cole is still showing the world that he is a top-notch wrestler. He should be a superstar. He's not getting. I know he got hurt, and before he got hurt, it looked like they were about to bring the dragon back. I don't know what's happened since then because I haven't seen Fish or the other dude.
Fish is gone, and Kyle O'Reilly may never wrestle again.
Yeah, see, so it's
so you want to hear something funny though? I love Adam Cole.
You should now see.
I love Adam Cole.
That's what pisses me off because you were the first person to say
Adam Cole, baby.
You're the first one to say I'm sick of these dudes who look like they ain't doing push up or a crunch in 5 years, and Adam Cole has less body muscle than me.
You know why Adam Cole? I think it's because he looked like Shawn Michaels. Something I don't know what it is, but
it's the charisma.
Watching his NXT run, because I only know him from NXT. I don't know anything else about him. Watching his NXT run, I want to say he was the best NXT champion ever. Like he was that dude. Like Adam Cole was that dude. I love Adam Cole. I'm sad that Vince McMahon's punk ass wanted him to be a manager. He actually wanted him to manage Keith Lee. That was the thing. He wanted him to manage Keith Lee. But Adam Cole was like, no, like what the hell?
Dude, I'm better than. Why would I manage someone I'm better than?
Yeah, he's a better wrestler than him.
He's a better wrestler than him. Yes, you're a better. No, I'm not gonna start. So, but the match ended where I feel like I'm a little torn, right? I feel like Chris Jericho is on this mission to show that he's the anti-Hulk Hogan, where he'll put anybody over. But he's not really letting people get put over the way he should. The only one he let get put over the way he should was Orange Cassidy, and he did miles of good work for Orange Cassidy. That man's on a title run that I hope doesn't end anytime soon. This way, the way they ended it was Adam Cole was just beating on him with a steel chain until the ref just stopped the match. So Jericho didn't really quit. He didn't tap out. He didn't get pinned. It was just the referee who said it, so now he could come out and be like, I didn't quit. That was bullshit, which is fine. If you want to keep it going, fine. I think the JAS needs to move on. I hope they don't put him in a what's the name? In a CM Punk rivalry. I really don't need CM Punk versus Chris Jericho. I need Chris Jericho to start pushing the JAS. They pushed the one guy, Ricky, out. He got a little better, but everybody else in the crew is just a bunch of hanger-ons.
So what's the JAS? I'm assuming Jericho Appreciation Society or something like that.
Correct. It's a bunch of the only person in the original iteration of this that became anything was Sammy Guevara, and he was something before that. Then he moved and got a bunch of also rans and put them into the they're so not over that people don't even know their names. That's how bad. They're like, oh, it's the guy from the JAS. Yeah, it's that guy.
Who was it? Well, it was Sammy. Who is this? You got Sammy Guevara. I think that's who it was. He went to some MMA fight and they called him out like he was okay. So it's what I always say when I tell Venkat, I don't understand how Venkat can't understand what a superstar is. But if MJF goes to a UFC event and they say, oh, it's the AEW champion MJF, you're gonna hear a spattering of cheers.
Yeah.
If Roman Reigns goes to the same event and they say, oh, it's the WWE champion Roman Reigns, the place is gonna explode.
Panties flying all around the ring. Oh my God, can I touch his hair?
I don't understand what Venkat does not understand about what a superstar is. Roman Reigns is a superstar. We're gonna get to him because I got a rant to go on later. But I do want to save Jericho because when Venkat comes back up, I don't know, he just sent me something, but it's loading. When he comes back up, I want to ask you guys about Jericho's place in the business. And I mean, because you said you want him to get his own guys over, but like again, this is me just saying like these old guys just never get out of the way. Like they always there. You know, like why is Sting on the TV? Like they're always
say
there.
That about your boy. I'm not gonna talk about it because we're gonna talk about it later. But if there's anybody to give bail to, I'll leave it at that. So I'll try to speed through these. The next one was the AEW Tag Championship match with your boys, FTR. I don't know who the Revival is. I know who FTR is. I ain't never heard of Revival. And Black versus Black Ric Flair and old should have retired 30 years ago.
Here we go again.
Yeah. I knew you were gonna say that.
Here we go again. Why in the hell is Jeff Jarrett wrestling for any title? Okay, no, I should have stopped right there. Why is Jeff Jarrett wrestling now? ... for a title. You mean to tell me they don't have any young guys on that roster that could take up this spot and team with this guy?
Referee. See that guy in the middle of the picture?
Yeah. Why can't Briscoe team with him?
I agree. He needs a partner. His brother's gone. That should be Jay Lethal's partner.
Like this is the stupidest shit in the world. This is what frustrates me.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me hear this straight. You're saying why Jeff Jarrett should not be wrestling? Have you taken a look at Jeff Jarrett lately?
Yeah, I was
He's
just about to
in
say
excellent condition.
Yeah, he in great shape.
He should definitely be wrestling right now.
So just because the 50-plus-year-old man is in good shape, he still should be taking up a championship spot from a younger guy?
Why not?
Why isn't Briscoe teaming up with Jay Lethal?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, let me ask you, Trevor, who's gonna draw more money, Briscoe or Jarrett?
Exactly.
Jarrett broke 1 million guitars and haven't drawn a dime. Come on, man.
I just posed the question.
At this point, I would say Briscoe. I would say Briscoe because at least he got the steam of his brother behind him.
Yeah, they could have made it a thing. He could have been like, I lost my brother, but I got my other brother here with me. They could have made that a storyline.
But didn't he say something about he'll never wrestle for a tag title again or something like that?
Man, people say that until money get put in their face.
Yeah, I mean, Ric Flair been retired and unretired 100 times. So,
hello.
No, okay, Venkat, you back with your bullshit. So let's get back on this real quick. So speaking of Jeff Jarrett and MD, I guess you're in a good spot now. You got Jeff Jarrett and you got Chris Jericho, two people north of 50, and they're still doing this. Like, at what point do you just be like, all right, man, time for y'all to wrap the shit up?
Well, you act like you're blaming them for being in great condition. That would be like the equivalency of LeBron James being told to get the hell out right now. If you're in great condition and you can do it, you should do it.
You see what I say? Why he's so damn disingenuous, and that's why you think Sting is. That's why you think Sting should still be on TV every week.
Yes, it's different than it was back then. Look, the WCW did Slamboree 93. That was the first one. It was called Legends Reunion. And they had like some old-ass legends wrestling on that show. And like the guys that I saw on that show in 93 when I ordered that pay-per-view, they're the same age of what Sting is today. And they weren't able to do the things that Sting can do today. Or Jeff Jarrett or any of the other guys.
What's your point?
My point is they're in better shape, they're in better condition, they have better nutrition, they take care of their bodies better, so they're able to go longer and harder than the guys from the past were.
Ric Flair still can go, but you don't want to see him wrestle, do you?
Ric Flair can definitely not go. That pacemaker told him that the last time as he laid his monkey ass on the side of that damn apron. Whatever. First of all, Ric Flair being a prostitute for cash, peddling for money to pay his rent, isn't the reason we should be watching those kind of matches.
You are such a hater, sir.
I am not a hater. I'm a realist.
I will not let you disrespect Ric Flair, sir.
Oh my God! If you saw that last match, you'd be wondering why he disrespected us with that bull crap.
So you got Chris Jericho and Jeff Jarrett, two guys that's north of 50, still wrestling. And it doesn't matter you know what? Okay, so here's my reasoning. It does not matter if they still can go when you got a guy like Andrade that can't get on TV. when you got a guy like Toby, talking about Toby, I call him Rusev. To hell with that shit. When you got a guy like Rusev can't get on TV, you got all these guys that can't get on TV because you're making TV time for these 50-year-olds that should be in the back producing matches.
Hey, I'll do you one better, Trevor. There is a company that is owned by AEW called Ring of Honor. That's where these old people need to go. Go over there, get your honor, do your champion matches over there, leave the big network for the youth that's trying to come up.
But isn't the Ring of Honor traditionally young guys earning their way up and making it to the next step?
They were their own company. If you
so why the old guys got to go there?
Samoa Joe's the champion over there. He ain't up and coming, so obviously it ain't the same company no more.
Well, Samoa Joe should be on AEW's main roster at all times.
Of course. Of course.
I mean, he's amazing, so I don't even know what the hell that decision was.
Him and Miro, or whatever they call him. Yeah, Miro. They should be having a fight right now with Hobbs and Brian Cage.
Well, they need to have a big beefy son of a bitch match.
Yes.
And I'll be front row watching it right now.
Big slaps of sweaty man meat. Pause.
Well, there you go.
But I don't know. Yo, I tell you all the time, AEW's their storylines are way better than WWE, but they be on some BS sometimes. But let me speed through this because we've already been here for an hour and 11. So
hold on. All right. Well, so who won this match?
You know who won this match. Ain't nobody.
Well, yeah, I would hope the Revival won.
Ain't nobody. There is no such thing as the Revival, sir. FTR. You bearded bastard. You gonna call them by their name? It ain't Cassius Clay. All right. So back.
The mama named them Revival. I'm gonna call them.
Hey, that was a hard.
Triple H named them Revival. I'm gonna call them the Revival.
That was a hard comeback. I give you. I walked into that. So next, I'm not even gonna get too deep into this, other than to say that Christian Cage is one of the two old men that I think is being done correctly. Christian Cage only shows up at elite moments. He's a talker the rest of the time. That's what Jeff Jarrett, that's what Sting should be doing. Christian, and then when it's time to put in a match, he comes in and he whoops wholehearted ass. Okay? Christian Cage against Wardlow for the TNT ladder match championship. It was amazing. Amazing. I don't understand why people love Wardlow so much, other than the fact that he's a big bastard that they're trying to make into a Goldberg. But Christian Cage is amazing. Luchasaurus, even though he's a little weird from the stuff he used to do on reality TV, I still like his character. Bro, I don't understand why they can't do everything like this. Christian Cage is the man. He
From 1 to 10. From 1 to 10, what is this match rated? From 1 to 10.
Is this match right here?
Yeah.
I'm really, really hard when it comes to matches. I would have gave it a 7.5.
7.5? The way you sound, it sounds like it's one of the greatest thing ever.
Bro,
7.5 is high, though.
That is not high. That's
7.5 is high. Yeah, come on, man.
That's a
you know who you like? You're like women who think they all 10s. That's
oh
your
my
problem.
God. No, my
That's
God.
Hey, wrong show, Mike. Wrong show.
My bad. But I still should have got a boom for that because that was fire. But like I said, Christian did his thing. To get a 10, you got to bring it. You feel me? To get a 10, you got to go. This match was amazing, though. It was fantastic. They're not taking the belt off Wardlow. He just got it back. So there's no one to worry about that. We'll move on past. Then I'm going to show you another thing that is insane. Okay? They have the AEW Women's World Championship match in front of the TBS Championship. That makes absolutely no sense. But we'll get to that.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
No sense at all. But they had Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm. Now, anybody that watches TV knew this was going to end this way. They've been trying. I'm screaming again. Damn it. They've been trying to force this outsider team on everybody. They were like, look at us. We've got Ruby Soho. We've got former Paige. Saraya, excuse me. We've got Toni Storm. You're gonna like it. They're a bad girl team and they're bad and they're gonna come together. They should come out to Michael Jackson bad. That's how bad they are. They're bad. And nobody really likes it.
Basically, it's just the ex-WWE team then.
Bro, it seems like the Riot Squad without any Riot. You know what I'm saying? There's no right. It's just a riot. And I'm not gonna lie. I understand they're trying to take care of Hayter because I think she might have had an injury or something. But the botches, the fake stomps.
I think I sent you the video to this match.
And I tried to defend it because I was defensive, but it did look bad. It looked bad on national television. It looked bad on the PPV.
Oh, that's what this match was?
It looked bad, bro. It looked bad.
Yeah.
And as a person that can't wait to laugh at WWE botches, I gotta shit on my AEW botches. That looked bad. I should not see professional wrestlers stomping on each other like I stomp on my daughter when we play fighting. It should not look the same. It looked trash.
So we reward her with the championship?
Like I said,
Hayter got hurt.
Like I said, Hayter's hurt. So they've been pushing the Outcast theme this for about 2 months now. So we knew it was gonna happen. And to be honest, Toni Storm, in my eyes, is the least deserving of them all. I think any of the other two should have won the title. I hope they implode. Because I think Ruby Soho's been putting in work since she got there and she hasn't gotten any push.
You know what they're doing though. They're basically telling Vince, they're telling Vince, hey, you didn't use Toni Storm right, and here she is, our 2-time women's champ.
But
that's what they're doing.
But guess what Vince is saying back? He's saying, you mean like I had my champion Paige and my champion Ruby Riott, who isn't the champ? Yeah. You took all 3 of them and said you're gonna do something with them. All you did was move Toni and use the other 2 like I did. So they wasn't shit either.
Yeah, because Ruby Riott is good, but Bones, shout out to Bones. Bones said that she's the ugliest woman in wrestling. That's his words, not mine.
Hey, I ain't got no comments on it. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna say it like this. I've seen video with all the female wrestlers with no makeup. They all go right back to their regular numbers when the makeup come off, sir. Yeah. I'll leave it at that.
I saw that too.
I was happy that one of the greatest female wrestlers came back when Sheeta showed up. Miss Sheeta showed up and whooped a whole lot of ass, beat up on Ruby. It looked beautiful. I think she needs to be back in the picture. I heard what's the Mexican chick with the half paint?
Oh, Rosa. No, I'm talking about Rosa Mendez. Thunder Rosa.
I think Thunder Rosa's coming back. So hey, the female division might actually have some movement, but it's not gonna get any respect if you put it under Jade Cargill. And now don't get me wrong, Jade Cargill is a bigger star, but this ain't about a star. This is about your belt, the legacy, and the respect for it. Now, unless they do what I think they're gonna do, and we'll talk about it next. So
okay, I'm a same scenario. We're at a basketball game. We're at a Laker game. Okay. They recognize 2 wrestlers on the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, we like to announce right now that we have the AEW Women's World Heavyweight Champion, Toni Storm. All you're gonna hear is.
You might not even hear that.
Well, nobody don't even know who she is.
But then, if they say, ladies and gentlemen, sitting courtside is the AEW Women's Champion, Jade Cargill.
Sir, did you not hear me just say we'll talk about that later? We're not going there yet. Pause.
Because Venkat don't know what a star is.
Oh, no, I do.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Beard man. Trying to ruin my happiness. All right, so the next match was the thing I think that AEW is doing fantastically that the WWE is missing out on, the AEW World Trios Championship match. I think the best thing AEW is doing is the House of Black. They are, and I think it was the funniest thing in the world when Max Caster walked out and said, "Why you not call the House of Black when you ain't got no black guys?" Man, I died. I died about, he killed me. Max Caster, I feel like I can freestyle better than him, but he got some quips for your ass. He gonna hurt your feelings. He's gonna hurt your feelings.
So news flash again, because y'all think I don't like AEW, but Penta, Phoenix, he's still Adrian Neville to me. I don't give a shit what you calling him over there. Buddy Matthews and my boy Aleister Black. I don't know who the hell this other guy is, but those 5 dudes all kick ass. So I know this match had to slap.
First off, I'm sorry to tell you that match is the wrong one. He sent you the wrong one. That was the match from last Double or Nothing. But I ain't gonna hate on you though.
Oh, shit. Oops.
Uh-oh.
Against the
Whoop slippers.
Oops.
Hey, how much we care about AEW?
Hell no.
That's how much y'all care about my shit.
God damn.
They win again.
Hey,
it's all right. I'll make fun of you later.
And I'm up here talking about it all proud and stuff like that.
Y'all a whole bunch of haters.
Man.
Y'all did that shit on purpose. Whole bunch of haters.
Well, I already got some hate from AEW fans. I went into a
we gonna get into that. Hold on, I got that in the notes part in the news section.
All right, let me breathe through. So the trios match was House of Black against the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass, another old man who I have to add to the list, who's doing this thing. See, he doesn't get in the way. He comes in like Christian Cage. He comes in, he adds the seasoning, and he does what he's supposed to do. You know what he did this match? I'll tell you what he did this match. Let me get through it. So, like I said, Max Caster came out, was destroying him on the mic. Did the scissor thing, scissor me daddy ass. It was hilarious. Then
they're running the Billy and Chuck gimmick, the homo gimmick.
Oh Lord,
sir. First of all, one of them is very gay, and I will not stand for your foolishness against the LGBTQ 0WI plus 0 -3 to the square power. Whatever the hell other stuff they got on. I refuse to stand for this, sir, in case they looking for sponsorship, because I'll take it. But anyway, so the match was awesome. Like, the Acclaimed, they no longer needed the titles because they're becoming stars. They're stars. They're on the verge of superstardom if they could just break through. I love the fact that Daddy Ass took the pin, so there was no smut on their name. Their claim still hasn't lost, but the House of Black, bro, Malachi Black, which is a way better name than Aleister, whatever. Buddy Matthews, who's the only dude who can knock a lesbian down and make it look good. Sorry, mommy, whatever your name is this week.
Wait a minute, what you calling Rhea a lesbian?
Bro, if Rhea don't look like a lesbian, I don't care what none of y'all say. That woman looked like a 2002 lesbian, bro. I'm sorry. And I used to tap emo chicks. She looked like a 2002 lesbian. You see how she like to pin girls?
Well,
I'm holding them.
This one ain't getting monetized either.
Hey, I didn't say I wouldn't. You ain't gonna get me in trouble. I need a wife. You ain't gonna get me in trouble. You already got yours. All right. The match was fantastic. House of Black won as they should. Daddy Ass took the pin as he should have. Yo, this guy Brody King, he is looking good. He shouldn't have took the name Brody because of who died, but I'm gonna give him some bail because he's doing this thing. He's not looking weak. He's looking like a future big man that could really wreak some havoc if the House of Black ever breaks up. But I don't see that happening anytime soon because Buddy Matthews is just the way they wear their belts. Have you seen the way they wear their belts?
No.
Bro, it's amazing. Malachi got it across like Roman. Buddy Matthews has it around his neck. Like the championship is between his chest and his chin. Bro, it's dope as hell. Like every time I see him, I'm like, yo, you look so different, but I love it. 2002. Hey, emoji chick. Facts. He know what I'm talking about. Them two lesbians was crazy back in the day. Black lipstick and latex, black spandex and latex, everything. You know what I'm talking about. All right, now we're going to go to Trevor's favorite match, the TBS Championship match.
And I'm going on record. The only reason they did this was because Bianca lost her belt.
First of all, get this shit off because it was not the end of the day. Y'all doing that bullshit again. That was the last Double or Nothing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I messed
Get that
up.
shit out of here.
Oh, shit.
Oops.
Van Cat did that shit on purpose.
That cat playing games, man. God damn.
You feel me? Apparently, I gotta stop throwing shade at Trevor and start throwing shade at Van Cat where it belongs. Van Cat hates everybody.
God damn, that's funny. That's funny.
He treating everybody like Donald Trump out this bitch. If you don't stop. All right.
Oh my
Wait a
God.
minute, Van Cat. Hold on,
Cargill.
Van Cat. Where you? What?
Van Cat full of shit.
And you know I don't double check it because it's not
it's
something
Van
I
Cat.
watch, so I don't know.
That's why you got a coach. That's why you got me, even though he's your co-host on this show. But anyway, AEW come to daddy. So it's Jade Cargill with her girl squad that has fallen from 3 members to 1. Layla Gray against Taya Valkyrie, who I don't even know where she came from. She like popped out of the way after like the last month and a half as like she looks like a fake what's that girl, the lion girl from NXT?
Nikita Lyon. Wait a minute, don't tell me Jade lost to Taya.
Sir, she did not.
She
did not.
Jade
No,
Cargill?
she didn't. Let me finish. Let me talk. Calm down. So Jade came down with all her sorors, AKAing it up. That should have been the first thing I knew. She had like 13 bad bitches on the walk down, and she was doing her little steps, acting like she a regular sized female, abs bopping everywhere, her little booty bopping everywhere. I was like, oh, the AKA's looking good. She had what's that girl? I can't remember her name. She had the girl who sing that song. I don't listen to female songs, I'm sorry, but like a bad chick walk like you know that song?
You know I don't know that.
Yeah. But it was a dope entry. So she came in, they got to doing their version of big man meat fighting and slapping and sweating. 2 big girls. They were going at it. It was nasty. I loved it. Taya is not on Jade's level, and Jade isn't top shelf yet. So the match should have been earlier, I believe. But Jade put that boot in her mouth. She had a, what do you call it? The 2.99. When Taya put the Valkyrie, the road of Valhalla on her, and then she had the shade of it all. Sorry, Cardi Reed. Slammed her. She had to turn around. I thought it was about to be over. I was going to be heartbroken because it's not the woman that should beat her. Then she kicked out at the last second, gave her she curb stomped her, which was crazy. I haven't seen a female do the curb stomp since what's the name? DMD. But she put her down. She kicked out at 2.99. Cargill hit her, threw her up, slammed her down with the jaded, turned her around for the victory, and it was all over. They even said it. They were like, she remains perfect. And then stupid ass Mark Sterling came out and started talking his big boy stuff about how she's so unbeatable. And you can literally see Jade is like this. She's bent over, she's breathing hard, but she's trying to keep the bravado going. And she's talking shit. And he's like, yes, the TNT champion will take on all comers anytime, any place. And then you hear Chris Statlander's music hit. Boom. And Chris comes down and you see the look in Jade's face like, Mark, you talk too much, bro. You talk too much. When she came down, Jade tried to put her to sleep fast. It did not work. Statlander is back. Her injuries are gone. She is ready to move. Flipped on her, smashed her with the Sunday Night Fever, threw her down and I'm looking at her face like, why aren't her eyes open? Why aren't her eyes open? She's not looking at the ref. 2, what's going on? 3, bro. I cried for about 3 seconds, and then I thought about what I told you the other day. How I said the best way to elevate someone is to have them lose to someone mid-card and then push them to the bottom of the top tier. And I'm hoping that Jade Cargill is now going to take a nice little break. She's going to take a nice little breather. I heard she's going to get a little vacation time. Remember when we used to talk about they need to take 3 months, work hard for the 3 months and take a little time off? I'm yelling again. I'm hoping this is going to be her couple months off. She's going to rest. She's going to get some Jimmy from her husband. She's going to play with her babies. She's going to come back diesel as hell. and she gonna beat up D&D, Tony Storm, Outcast, everybody. Then she go on like another Goldberg streak because she only got one loss, and she about to knock everybody down for this women's AEW championship. I'm hoping that's what it is. I'm hoping they don't do a transfer. The only reason I want to transfer is because I don't want to see her go babyface. And Tony's a heel, and she's a heel, and Tony's an outcast, so she's not going babyface anytime soon. So are they gonna do a heel versus heel for the title, or are they gonna make her like an anti-hero, like in the middle, like Moxley is sometimes? I don't know, but I hope Jade Cargill is on her way, moving up. Let Statlander play in the mid card, baby girl. You are a superstar in the making, and you are ready for the next level. You are ready to make that AEW Women's Championship the second match or even the first match main event on a card. But we'll have to wait and see.
So, I think it was reactionary because what happened to Bianca. But what I want to talk about is, do you see the backlash that she's getting for having the AKAs come out?
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's been all on the radio that they're saying, oh, you can't represent the sorority with you dress like that. And so she was pushing back like, hey, this is conservative what I have on compared to, what other women wear in wrestling. So I think bad body women going to always complain about a woman that's built better than them. That's just how it is. Because a lot of times if they had the body like her, they'd be like, yeah, go girl, go ahead and do your thing. But I think that's what it is. It's probably a bunch of jealousy because I doubt she did anything to disrespect her sorority, because you know how they love that shit. They wouldn't do anything to disrespect the name of their sorority. So
go ahead, Mad Dog.
No, I was saying that's a great answer. Hey, look, I'm intrigued in what you said, Trevor. You said that's a reactionary action that they made, having Jay drop the title. Why do you think that?
Because Tony Khan can't get out of his own way. Tony Khan watches whatever WWE does, and he always has to try to one-up it. That's how he books.
Okay, all right, let me ask you this.
Wait, hold on. Notice how he does his announcements. It's always after something big. Remember, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it now, but remember, they didn't do the CM Punk announcement when everybody thought that they were going to do it. When did they do it? They waited until after Roman Reigns' 1,000-day celebration. No, they waited till after the Jimmy Uso turning on Roman's thing, because they like, oh shit, everybody talking about WWE again. Now let me go ahead and drop a bombshell. Everything they do is reactionary. Everything.
Well, that's called competition.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That is what it is on that.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying, I mean, hell, WCW and WWF did it. Hulk Hogan would say how he'd be sitting in the limo and they'd have a TV watching what WWE was going to do. Eric Bischoff said that they started the show 5 minutes early just so they could tell everybody what they were going to do. So I get it.
I disagree from the aspect of it being reactionary, because Bianca is already a solidified star within WWE. Whereas
no. Bianca's a solidified star, period.
I get what you're saying, but check this out. The general consensus is Bianca is a way better wrestler than Jade Cargill. Everybody pretty much agrees.
Yep. I'll say this.
What in the realm of just regular popularity though? Who's the biggest star, Bianca Belair or Jade Cargill?
Bianca.
You think so?
Yeah, Bianca about to get her own reality show, her and her husband.
Okay, then she'll be on the level. What I'm saying is, I can use like personal.
Whoa! What you just said?
Huh?
You said she'll be on her level then?
No. I said then she'll make another level. I'm not disqualifying Bianca. I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is, in terms of AEW and Jade Cargill, AEW and Jade Cargill are synonymous with each other, especially in the black community. My mama know who Jade Cargill is. She didn't know she wrestled. You know what I'm saying? I had to tell it. Yeah, she wrestled. Jade Cargill is all over the place. Period.
Hey,
with people who don't even know that she a wrestler.
I'll say
Bianca, on the other hand, I don't think now in the realm of the bigger value of the company is Jade Cargill. 100%. That's my opinion.
Wait. Hold on. So you're saying value for value, what they offer to the company.
Jade Cargill.
You think Jade Cargill is a bigger star?
Nobody has no wrestler on AEW roster has did more promotion for AEW.
That makes a lot of sense what MD's saying right there.
How could she be a bigger star value for value when their reach isn't that big?
No, but you're looking at the value for the company itself.
Pound for pound, she the biggest star, bro. Period.
No,
I would argue Jade Cargill is the biggest star in AEW. Period.
I would agree with that. I said that plenty of times.
So
she's their biggest star.
Pound for pound, Jade Cargill is the bigger value. Pound for pound.
Jade Cargill means more to AEW than Bianca means to WWE.
No, absolutely not.
There you go.
Yes,
there you go.
Absolutely.
Bianca is not Roman Reigns. Bianca is not there's like 10 guys and even some women that are more valuable to WWE than Bianca.
No.
Hey, let Trevor
I see what y'all trying. I see what y'all. Hold on.
Let him live.
I see what y'all trying to say, but again, you're not. It don't make sense when the two companies not on level playing field. That's how you determine. That's how you determine star power.
A heavyweight and a welterweight ain't on the same level either.
Trevor,
that pound for pound argument is ridiculous.
No, it's not.
He's talking about value. He said value, not star power. Value.
Value.
Who means more to that company?
Than Bianca's value to the WWE. That's all he's saying.
WWE doesn't even blink an eye for if Bianca retires tomorrow.
You know how much black viewership AEW would lose if Jade Cargill left right now or got hurt?
All of it?
Something like that? He said all of it.
Well, I agree. She is their biggest. She is their biggest star. Like I've said that plenty of times. Ain't nobody bigger than her over there. Nobody.
CM Punk bigger than her.
No. Well, we gonna get to CM. We gonna get to Mr. CM Punk soon. But
I'm with it.
Jade Cargill is their biggest star. Her face. You still could put CM Punk's face out, and a lot of people wouldn't know who the hell he is.
Right. That's true.
I'm telling you,
that's
man.
True. CM Punk is not like that.
You guys think these wrestlers are so much bigger outside of their little circle. Don't nobody know who CM Punk is.
Okay, I'll let you have it. Because I'm not 100% sure, I'm gonna let you do research, but I do want to say this. Number one, Judgment Day doesn't exist without House of Black. So WWE been biting off the AEW. And secondly,
Judgment Day is a year old. How old is House of Black?
House of Black about 2. They made Judgment Day after House of Black.
But Malachi Black was sat out for remember he took his ball and went home for 6 months. Remember that? And
when he came to the AEW, he started his House of Black, and then they drafted Buddy. What was his name in WWE?
Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy. They drafted him afterwards. But House of Black was already existing. I promise you, they made it with Edge right after House of Black got popular. Look it up.
Yeah, I'll concede that one to you because they just been around long. But both companies copy off each other. Yeah, so why is it so inconceivable for me to say that Tony Khan saw what happened with Bianca and saw the shitstorm that it caused, and he was like, you know what? Let me get some buzz on my company and take the belt off of Jade, who Ricardo just put in the chat. She was a champion for 508 days. That's longer than Asuka. The company only been around for 3 years. That's a year and a half.
I'll say this.
But she was a mid-card champion, though, Trevor.
Exactly.
Bianca done reached the pinnacle.
She's a mid-card champion. And I think the vacation I heard was already planned before the Night of Champions. But I digress. I'm not gonna fight you on that one. I will say this. AKAs out there, I don't want to hear nothing from y'all until you stop these heifers from going to their kids' graduation in thongs and Thought Pocket outfits. So I'm gonna leave it at that. If you can't stop girls wearing tights to Walmart when you can easily wear some regular shorts, I don't want to hear you complain about women who are actually doing something where the tight clothing is necessary. I don't know, wrestling you have to wear. If men are walking around in they drawers, then women got to walk around in their undies too. Like, that's what it is. But I digress.
So before you move on to the next match, I want to play this video Vancat sent me. Vancat, it finally loaded. I'm telling you, man, this phone, I'm gonna throw this bitch in the garbage, man. I want to play.
Did you
this
get the
video.
audio too? The audio clips too?
The audio, I'm still trying to load the audio. I think
the audio should be way quicker.
Man, that's just it's telling me it needs to be in a different format, but that happened with me and Mike one time. I'm gonna go around it.
Okay.
The biggest challenge, frankly, is cementing a legacy, because pro wrestling fans have never been more fickle in the history of this sport. And I think we can all agree on that. One week, I'm the best professional wrestler in the world. The next week, I'm the drizzling. And that's not just me. That's every single professional wrestler on the planet. Why is that? I'll tell you why. Because we have everything.
I don't hear anything.
I want food. Press a button. It comes to your house. Just like your limp dick. I want something off Amazon. Boom. Press something. It comes to your house. We live in a new world. So people want instant gratification.
You don't hear that?
Right now. I want it great. Right now. What? I don't believe in that. I believe in the sport of professional wrestling. I believe in... Wait a minute.
Hold on. None of you guys can hear that?
I hear it.
Nah, maybe I heard it on my TV without the phone.
You heard it, MD?
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
Yeah,
Mike.
yeah, I hear it.
You didn't. All right, I'm gonna play it again, Mike.
All right, I'm
the
gonna listen to
biggest challenge, frankly, is cementing a legacy, because pro wrestling fans have never been more fickle in the history of this sport. And I think we can all agree on that. One week, I'm the best professional wrestler in the world. The next week, I'm the drizzling. And that's not just me. That's every single professional wrestler on the planet. Why is that? I'll tell you why. Because we have everything like this. I want food. Press a button. It comes to your house. Just like your limp dick. I want something off Amazon. Boom. Press something. It comes to your house. We live in a new world. So people want instant gratification. Right now. I want it great. Right now. What? I don't believe in that. I believe in the sport of professional wrestling. I believe in things being built to. I believe in contenders for me being built up so they are worthy of a match. I don't believe in just throwing myself out there to appease you people like a dancing monkey. That is not my job, and it never will be. Quite frankly, when I say take my ball and go home, earmuffs, Tony, everybody thinks I'm talking about WWE, right? And now, does Nick Khan want me to fucking work in his company? Sure. Does Triple H want me to work in his company? Sure. Calm down, everything's fine. Or maybe it's not. But I'm kind of bored of this sport, and I'm bored of the lack of respect from professional wrestling fans. So when I say take my ball and go home, I mean literally just hang it up and fuck up the lineage of this title. Because frankly, I don't know if anybody's worthy of beating me for this thing. Now, I'm not just gonna hand it away. Why the fuck would I do that? I earned this thing. So please, by all means, take it off of me. Somebody put me out of my fucking misery, but until then, we'll see what happens. Best singles dog collar match of all time. Check. Best Iron Man match of all time. Fucking check. Best fucking four-way match. Fucking triple check. But people are still gonna hate. They can't help themselves. I mean, I get it. Who the fuck wants to look in the mirror and go, yeah, there's a 27-year-old child who's the best professional wrestler in the world when I've accomplished close to nothing in my life. So I get why AEW fans are so hot. I get it, Tony. I really do. But I don't feel bad for you. It's not my fault. I was just born to do this.
He's 100% in character there.
Yeah, that was a scrum.
You guys believe that's rooted in reality? Okay, so what he's saying may be rooted in reality, but what he's saying also is 100% character. Like that's just to get people talking.
He's right though.
No, he's absolutely right.
Yeah, and it's not just wrestling fans; it's everybody.
But you wrestling fans are the reason we still got people like the Hardys who could barely walk wrestling.
No, I'm not.
Like, I blame you guys. I literally blame you guys for that, because you're like, oh, his contract is up. He needs to come to AEW so we could use him good and he'll be on top. And then you end up with a guy like Keith Lee, who's walking around looking like he's 30 years older than what he really is.
Hey, man.
What did you think about what he was saying about the matches that he had the best Iron Man match, he had the best three-way, he had the best saying about what did you think of that?
I would agree. So because the match that for years we've always been told was the best Iron Man match absolutely wasn't the best Iron Man match. So I could think I from what I heard about that match, and we'll get into what you got back and forth with AEW fans on because of this. I can't watch it because I'm not going to pay whatever they charge for pay-per-view. So I won't be able to see that unless I got some way around it. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, because I'm used to paying $4.99 a month for Peacock and getting to watch the top company in the world. So now you can't tell me that the little brother now is going to come up and be like, hey, pay me what their pay-per-views go for,
$50.
$50. Yeah, come on, hell
no. $50 for 3 hours.
Hey, if you know me, you know I ain't never paid $50 for no damn pay-per-view.
No, man.
If you know me, you know how I get down. I've been a nerd my whole life for a reason.
MD, what you think about what he said? I want to get into this with Venkat. He's arguing with internet fans.
Nah, I mean, we all know who like MJF stay kayfabe, but what does that say about his passion for wrestling? You know what I'm saying? Like he living this shit. Like MJF to me, in my view, when it comes to AEW, it ain't nobody better. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Now, in terms of his ability in the ring, I don't really give a damn because the character is what I'm in tune to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, you could use that same argument with Flair. You know what I'm saying? You can use that same argument with, hell, name another guy that with Triple H, even though Triple H is top tier wrestler. But I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Well, you better not talk about Flair.
Allegedly.
Hey, I'm saying some people could use that argument with Flair. You know what I mean?
Flair was
what are you admiring? His ability in the ring or his ability to tell a story?
So MD, let me ask you this question. I don't think you were in. I don't think you were here for this conversation that we had. Is MJF a superstar?
Yes.
In the realm of AEW, yeah.
No, that's not what I asked you. Is MJF a superstar?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
If MJF was sitting courtside at a Laker game, would people react to him?
Yes.
Mattering.
No, because he hasn't merged into Americana like Jay had.
Then he's not a superstar.
But that's not his fault. That's AEW fault. AEW
I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just stating facts.
Well, okay. In that aspect, then I say no. You got me.
Yeah, I mean,
First time I ever heard MD say that.
Venkat told me something that was I had to go look it up.
AEW.
Venkat said that Roman Reigns has defended his belt more than MJF, and I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that.
True?
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, Trevor, one of the audio clips, MJF talks about why he doesn't wrestle that much.
I'm trying to defend it, man. That's it. That's what I've been back here doing this whole time. I don't know what the hell going on, man.
Now that's where you can't compare him to Flair because at least Flair was wrestling.
Oh
Flair
yeah,
wrestled everybody and
even down to the house show. Flair was wrestling.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So in that aspect, yeah, it's no comparison.
In the parking lot with his gators on, beat your ass.
So, but that's AEW's issue, not MJF the character. You know what I'm saying?
I think MJF has realized and seen the wear and tear on bodies, and he's going to milk this shit for as all of it's worth. I think if he leaves and goes to WWE, he gonna get it in his contract where he has a Roman Reigns deal too. I think
he's doing load management. He's doing load management.
Hey, you could say what you want. I'm telling you, Vince is going. They already see the tea leaves. They don't have very many future superstars coming up. They might, Braun Breaker, maybe.
Ain't no way in hell Vince will push MJF. You'll see him
exactly. MJF. If Cody Rhodes is eating all the shit that he eating now, man, come on, man, get out.
Cody Rhodes is eating shit. Oh, Cody Rhodes is eating shit because he created he created something that has decimated and taken parts from WWE. He'll forever hate him. He just signed him to the contract to destroy his name. And he's doing it slowly but surely. He gonna make him a mid-carder by the end of that contract, and he gonna make him win that Gold Whopper Junior belt. Don't get me started.
Consolation prize,
man. Please, we got a guy on WWE that everybody from a consensus level is loving by the name of LA Knight, and he's struggling to get put. You'll see MJF on level up. He'll be a star over there.
MJF is the Kawhi Leonard of wrestling. He's just load managing his ass. He's just load managing his ass around.
MJ my knee. That's his name.
You right about LA Knight. You see what they're doing? They're piping in booze. Ain't nobody booing LA Knight. I don't understand why they just don't let shit be organic. Nobody wants to boo. Nobody wants to boo. Man.
Ask Sami Zayn.
Because the mustache must control everything. I tell y'all this every week, and y'all don't listen to me. The mustache and the ego have to be the reason. You could come in with a gold gimmick. He gonna take your gimmick, throw it out the window, because he didn't invent it. That's who the mustache is. LA Knight, he's not going to raise him up until Cody gets right there, and then he's going to take LA Knight and try to throw him on top as a high baby face. I'm telling you, Cody is going to get screwed. You'll see. I said it first.
Cody will be champion by the end of Mania next year. But hold on, man. We're already at 2 hours, man. Let's finish this review because I got some news stuff I want to touch on.
All right.
What's the next match? The
second to last match was the AEW World Championship match, which should have been the main event, but it was the four pillars: Guevara, Jungle Boy, Darby Allin, MJF. They got one right. Look at that.
Hold on. So you want me to believe that this jack off with the long hair and this guy with his tongue stuck out should be fighting for a world title? That's what you want me to believe?
Sir, those four men are amazing.
You want me to believe that these two bums should be fighting for that beautiful title?
Hey,
the fact that you call them bums shows me you've never watched them wrestle.
Hey,
you're showing your WWE elitism. That's all you are, sir, an elitist.
I feel like what Trevor's saying, I can't even be mad at Trevor for saying it because this look generical as hell.
And I'm saying
this look generical as hell. Even Darby looks worse being next to these guys.
You've already messed up 4 posters on this podcast. I ain't got shit to listen to you about. Sit your ass in the corner.
You're never gonna let that down. Okay, it was a mistake.
No, ever. And Trevor tell you I'm petty. I'm gonna bring this up 90 years from now. On my deathbed, it's gonna be like, and Michael was survived by his beautiful daughter, and he just wants the world to know Van Cade ain't shit for that AEW stuff he did back in the day. He know what I'm talking about. That's gonna be on my funeral.
Oh man.
Mike, come on. Let's hold on. Let's
Jungle Boy looks goofy as hell, man.
He's the Spanish God. He's flaking for the women.
Let's talk real quick because you can't tell me that if you was to put this poster against any Roman Reigns against anybody, that anybody's gonna not want to watch the Roman Reigns match versus this.
I don't think people will want to choose. I think they want to watch them both because this match was amazing. Every one of those gentlemen is a star in their own right and could be a future superstar.
They just don't know how to take pictures, right?
Yeah.
Didn't I tell you to go in the corner? Didn't I put you in the corner?
Why didn't they put Orange Cassidy in this match?
Because Orange Cassidy ain't up there yet. He already got his own title he's defending. And because of people like you, Orange Cassidy's he's having a hard time breaking in. He's got to show and prove in more matches before he could jump to the big time.
Take your hands out your goddamn pockets.
You can see MJF. He's on point right there. He looks like
a
ready.
champion.
Right. And
so does Darby.
Darby's the second best. Darby's the second best person on there. But these two other guys.
These three guys should be at the show that we're going to next weekend.
Yo, you are the biggest hater.
I should literally see these guys at that CCW show.
I'm about to send your daughter an email and tell her about the show because you that much of a hater. I want to ruin your weekend. You are the biggest hater of all time, sir. This is a picture.
Man.
Picture.
But the match came out good though, Mike, right?
The match came out. Don't try to get back on my good side. I still like Trevor more than you today. Get out of here.
I didn't plan this.
Hey, Cardi Reeves, I will curse you out too. Trevor just put that up to piss me off. Take that off, Graybeard.
I mean, this man. Hold on, man. Let's talk about. I heard the match was good though. Let's.
No, the match was fire. The match was fire.
They just need to consult the image consultant or somebody. I mean, we got to work on that image.
What did I say? I said they need to hire Triple H, pay him $5 million a year to come over and run this bit.
Yeah.
Trevor, don't take that shit off the damn screen. It's been on there for 5 minutes.
No, I took it off.
I'm looking at it.
You on a delay then?
No, I'm talking about why homie has his tongue out like that.
Oh.
You bastard, I'm trying to talk about the show. Hating that. So like I was saying, I'm yelling again, my bad. So like I was saying, the match was amazing. The match started out playing into the storyline they had going where he was trying to trick Sammy Guevara, and it didn't work. And all of the men turned and they jumped on him and stomped him out. They've had some things I haven't seen in a while, but they had a couple tropes that were, you know, how everybody jumps out the ring one at a time. He hits the one guy, then he hits the two guys, then he hits the three guys. It was great because all of them guys can hop. They can really move. My favorite part of the show, other than, you know, everyone screaming, "This is awesome," is when they had a 4-way submission hold. Everybody had a submission on somebody else in a big square. It was crazy.
So like the human centipede then. So they did a human centipede move.
Sir, I will fight you and your beard if you don't stop hating.
And the beard.
Hating. It was fire. If you saw it, it was fire. It was fire. And then he tried to stop the match in the middle of the match to pay Darby Allin to quit. I mean, not Darby Allin, but to pay Sammy Guevara to quit. To lay down, was like, I'll just give you the money right now. I'll cash app it to you. Like, that shit was hilarious. Then they was like, nah, I ain't doing that shit. And then got him a
your cash album?
Yes, that shit was funny.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
That shit was funny as hell. I was dying. Then and MJF did what MJF does. He let everybody else do the heavy lifting, ran into the last second, cheated, and got his title. That's what he's supposed to do. That's what he's supposed to do. Pin him with the side headlock takeover like a G. That's what he's supposed to do. MJF was never going to lose his title, but the 4 pillars showed the F out. It was amazing. I loved it how there was two baby faces, 2 heels, and they played their parts beautifully. Sammy throwing low blows, you know what I'm saying? Even pissing off. Hold on, oh, you know your boy ain't out here messing it up, bro. I ain't gonna mess it up. I mess with my Spanish people and my Hispanics, and I know the difference. Thank you very much. Hey, people don't know the difference. The difference between Spanish, Hispanic, and Chicanos. There's big difference, but people just think they think everybody Mexican if they from California, everybody Cuban from. We ain't gonna get into all that. I'll talk about it differently. But it was an amazing match. The Spanish guy did his thing. The one I like the least is Jungle Boy because I don't think he's big enough to carry it, but even carried his own. He was doing his thing. Darby Allin, if Darby Allin could eat some steak, bro, he'd be he's Sting light. If he could just eat some steak and go to sleep right after it, it'd be amazing. I'm telling you, they're all stars.
So what's the rate? So what's the rating from 1 to 10 on this match?
This was an 8.5.
Okay.
That match was an 8. Yo, that 4-way, bro, the 4-way submission was fire. And when nobody plays it like MJF, when he's like, okay, I'm tired. Bro, let me hit you up. I think he pulled the phone out. Like, it was funny as shit, bro. He was like, no, I'll just give you the money. And Guevara was sitting there thinking about it. Bro, they kill it when they do matches. I love it.
What's your highest rated match? I'm curious. Like ever.
Well, I think my highest rated match of all time was a 10, but it was way back in I think it was the match when Stone Cold got rock bottomed a shitload of times.
What, WrestleMania 19?
Was it 19? We'll talk about it later.
The reason I asked you though, because you gave this match an 8.5, like that's high for a match. So I'm wondering like what you have, like what's your pinnacle? I don't think I've ever had a match. Well, I got one match that's 10 stars, and that's War Games 1992. Like that match was perfect. That is the greatest wrestling match of all time. That's a perfect match.
I like that CM Punk John Cena match.
The first one.
That one too. But I like the one when he was going to take is that the one where he was going to take the title and leave?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah, that's the one.
That Money in the Bank.
Bro, I was on one that night. That match was amazing. Okay.
And they messed it all up by having them come back in 2 weeks.
Come back the next day.
Yeah.
Don't get me started. He should have been gone for the whole summer. All right, anyway. But like I said, WWE been pissing me off for years. All right, then they had the main event, which should have been the one before, but I guess they was messing up everything, so they couldn't. Because after you saw the ring at the end of that match, they couldn't do anything else after that match because it was blood and burn.
That's what MJF said. That's exactly what MJF said.
It was craziness everywhere.
Man, I am trying to get this damn sound up here.
Oh my goodness. Did Van Cat get 2 right in a row?
Oh Lord. I'm never gonna hear the end of this.
Ever. He had Anna up there. Anna ain't been wrestling for no title in about a year and a half. But anyway. So it was the final match, the Anarchy in the Arena 2, the Elite, Kenny Omega, one of the best wrestlers of all time, and the Young Bucks, one of the best tag teams, and Trevor's favorite, along with the Hangman Adam Page against the Blackpool Combat Club, a.k.a. the white women love to say the name because it make them think of their favorite porn. The BCC, Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castro. Basically, we should just call this the old school. And nobody got that joke?
Well, I was good. That's what they call Keith Lee's move, the BBC, the Big Bang Catastrophe. But I would have, we know.
Women love to say, "Ooh, I love the BBC." Like, no, baby, BCC. Nah, I know what I said. But anyway, I call the BCC the WWE All Stars added with Wheeler Yuta, because that's pretty much what they are. All the cast-offs from WWE that nobody gave love to anymore, and threw them all in a group. I think the standout was Wheeler Yuta as usual. Wheeler Yuta is amazing. I wish he wasn't on Ring of Honor, but at least he has a belt, so I can't really hate. He should be on AEW. He should be getting the shine that these old wrestlers are getting. But they have him with the perfect group. He is a beast. Well, let me get into it. It looked reminiscent of what you remember when the Delete was the big thing in Impact. It looked like that. It looked like the Delete movement back in the day. It was all over the place.
So, Mike, real quick, because I assure you that I could whoop everybody's ass on the left side. I assure you, with no issue. with no
not
issue.
Kenny Omega, not Kenny Omega.
With no issue.
You can't get Kenny Omega, man.
We ain't wrestling. We ain't drop collar toe. We ain't doing that. I would whoop everybody's ass on the left side. All right.
Kenny Omega have you come back with a whole new beard. You'd have to attach one with Velcro.
Yeah, I bet he would. We heard about him. I bet he would.
Oh, you got the jokes. You got the jokes. Leave my dog alone. Hey, Omega's fire. I don't know why you don't like Omega. If you're gonna hate on anybody, it should be Hangman. But Omega's that dude. But the storyline was fantastic. When I say they started out nasty, just going at it 4 people against 4. Then Hangman did who did that over on WWE? I forgot. I think it was Rey Mysterio where he pulled off the eye patch. There's nothing wrong with my eye. That foolishness, which apparently works for some people, but it annoys me. And then he pulled out the screwdriver like he was gonna rip out somebody's eyeball. We knew nothing was gonna happen. Wheeler Yuta got him in the cage, got him in the corner and beat the living breaks off of him. Then the Elite started doing their super kick foolishness. Yo, real talk. Do you remember when the super kick was the finisher?
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody and their mama do it. They got a fat boy doing it in WWE. Everybody do it over here. If it's not sweet
I've
chin
always
music,
hated the super kick in wrestling. I hate that move.
You remember when the pile driver was a finisher?
Right.
That was a setup move.
Now, bro, and I've been pile drive before. That shit's a finisher.
Yeah, Venkat pile drive me, and I mean, God forbid he could have put his friend over at least in a good 10-minute match, but
yo, he ain't gonna never let that. You gonna have 2 things on your urn. So then they went out. They had 2 people fighting. I think it was Nick and who was it fighting in the back of a freaking pickup truck. That shit was nuts. But we'll get to the part that people actually wanted to see, where longtime buddy, old pal, relative Don Callis came in after the thumbtacks was coming out. You know all that was gonna happen. They double teamed. I think they were who was it? They double teamed. I think they were double teaming Nick and beating the crap out of him. And everybody was looking for Matt, and they couldn't find him. And Matt showed up, and he's coming to the ring limping. And then Trevor's favorite thing in the world happened. He did a super kick and hit homeboy in the face, hit Moxley in the face with every firecracker in existence on the bottom of his shoe. Man,
that's lame stuff, man.
Don't get me wrong. I understand. I'm yelling again. I understand that purists, and that's everyone who can hear my voice. We're listening to purists right now. These guys are purists. So anything outside, they be like, I don't like it. Me no like. I like anything that can move the culture forward. It was dope to watch. It could have been better looking because it looked like old school 64 graphics.
Mike.
But it was dope. Go ahead, y'all. Hate on me for a second. Go ahead.
No, but I'm saying though, AEW's history of doing explosions has not been the greatest. So why would he even attempt that? Why even attempt and take the chance? Plus, it's just so lame. It just reinforced this is pre-scripted. This is not a actual contest between people. I don't like that. Don't remind me of that. I like to make it feel like it's a constant struggle between 2 forces. I don't need these extra fake moments in the wrestling match. In the wrestling match, not even the explosions going to the ring. It's in the match now.
And they made up for it. They made up for it because they took off his shoe, beat the shit out of him, threw some thumbtacks on the ground, picked him up in the air, and slammed that same foot in the thumbtacks.
You know what makes that so ridiculous, Mike? I could buy that. Okay. He gonna super kick. The super kick of fire. Let's just call it that.
It was from an anime.
If okay, I could buy it for 2 things. All 1, right. If that was the finisher, and 2, if they hadn't thrown probably 50 super kicks prior to that super kick.
Boy. Boy.
I am a objective person. I can't defend it.
Oh,
I won't, and I won't.
Trevor, you saw that super kick, didn't you?
I saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
You got the picture?
No, I had the video on Twitter, but
show the picture from 1932, and we'll mistakenly put that in instead.
My issue with it, like I said, I could buy it if it was a finish. I agree with that. But
yeah, I can't argue with that.
It wasn't. I couldn't escape from reality from that super kick because there was no boom with the super kick. It was like a fountain, like a damn firework, like the fountain. It was like that. What the hell is that? At least give me a pop or a boom, some type of sound effect.
I agree.
Like he did the super kick and it said, that's the sound it made.
You know, when Undertaker,
all of y'all.
When Undertaker,
that's literally the sound it made.
Do the magic and whatnot, and he throws his hand out, and then electricity goes, and it just turns something on fire.
Yeah,
you hear a sound with it. You hear a sound.
I need give me at least a boom. That's all I want.
I can't argue with it. I won't
suspend my disbelief with a boom.
Or don't
AEW just shouldn't be doing that.
20 super kicks prior to that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I won't disagree. But so like I said, to make Trevor happy, they slammed his feet on some tacks, and them shits hurt. You can see it in his face.
Yeah,
you know that. Man, that thing. Ooh, and that's where all the nerve endings are. Man, that thing hurt. Ooh. So
was Moxley bleeding at this time by then?
Man, you know Moxley was bleeding the second he walked out the ropes. He couldn't wait. He cut himself. He was like, so wrong with Moxley. That brother's like, he wake up with his wife looking at her like, you ain't got the razor? Like that's how he wake up. He's just weird.
He is the worst supposed to be superstar in the world.
Yeah.
You never hear me call him that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a fair person. So after that, then we
Moxley should come to the ring with a tampon on his head just to be prepared. I mean, he need to do that because he always has these emergencies in the ring, so he needs to be
he got the string hanging out his nose. He just pulling in case of emergency, and it just
there you go. John you won't be surprised to see him doing some commercials. My God.
He made that bread. So, like I said, Wheeler Yuta was the guy. The one move in AEW that never gets kicked out of, I think it's only been kicked out of once, was the one winged angel. And Daniel said it looked like he was about to be a victim to it. Yuta came in, made the save, and then Don Callis hands a screwdriver to Yuta, and they just spike Page with it. Bam! And then they got to jump in and they beating everybody up. Omega's getting beat down. And all of a sudden you see a guy come in with a mask, puts the beats on Omega, and it's Takeshita from New Japan.
Who?
I hate you so much.
Who?
He's doing MJF because MJF can't stand New Japan. He's doing that MJF.
I hate y'all so much.
Hey, I don't hate Japan. I respect Japan wrestlers. I think they're better than American wrestlers, but whatever.
Bro, you don't know Takeshita?
No, I absolutely have no idea.
Wow.
This is a tough day. Between the missed images, the bad off the cuff missed images, and then Trevor's trolling. I mean, it's a tough day.
And he's like top shelf trolling too. He's trolling his ass off today.
You would think I host a wrestling show that I would at least know some of this stuff, but man, you got me. So what? Okay, what was the story going into this match? Like, so what was the blood feud to make me want to watch this?
Basically, the BCC were good guys, right? They were doing their babyface thing when they lost. What's his name? The guy who went back to AEW. I mean, went back to WWE. He signed because when Triple H took over, he ran back.
Right.
Yeah.
The old guy wrestler from England.
William Regal.
They kind of like turned heel after that, and they were just going around letting the world be known that we the baddest motherfuckers. We not here for all that. We're not here for that wrestling superstar bullshit. We are professional wrestlers, and we gonna fuck you up. Period. Point blank. And the Elite acting like they were powder. Oh, what are you talking about? We're the Elite. We're the best. They said, you the best? I'm gonna show you who the best is. And they've been beating the brakes off them left and right because they're a 4-man team, and the Elite was a 3-man team because they took out Paige. They had hit him with a screwdriver in the eye. So Paige been wearing a patch for a while, and him and the Elite. I don't know if you knew this from the last when they did his big storyline, which was the biggest one they've had. When he had his back turned, they turned his back on him. It was like a 2-year storyline where it culminated him beating Kenny Omega to win the title, and then he went on the worst title run of all time. So after that, him and the Elite separated. The Elite was doing the Elite things, and he was with the Dark Order. But, things have been happening where they've been hinting that he was going to get back with the Elite, hinting. And this was, I think it was the week before, where they were jumping him, and he came out to make it a fair fight 4-on-4, and then he ran in the ring and got their squabble on. So now this was the culmination of all that tension that's been built up to see who's the baddest squad, the baddest stable. And, bro, the match was fire. Like, the match was fire because they have totally different styles. The Elite are high flyers, big movers. The BCC is, hold up, stay right there, in your mouth. That's who they are. So it was the styles clashed, and it was an amazing match. Like, Moxley looked good, even though he's Moxley. Danielson is always going to look good because he's Daniel. That's what he does. Willer Yuta's amazing, and Castagnoli, who I can never pronounce correctly. Wasn't it Claudio? What's his name?
Claudio Castagnoli.
No, what's his name? WWE? I still call him that.
Cesaro,
Mr. Spin. I'm glad he don't do that as much because that shit annoys me.
Oh, he still does it?
He does it a while, but he's a heel now. So it's not as prevalent. But I love the thing where he throws you up in the air and then you come down with that European. Yo, he a bad boy. He a bad boy.
They never gave him his just deserves. Never.
Ever. He should have had a championship run.
Yeah.
He was a monster.
Especially when he was there when they still had the world title. He should at least been the world champion.
I agree. They did him like Mark Henry. All his strength, all that talent, just sit in the background. And why don't you go tag team with the light bright who kicks people, and you guys could be comedy.
Oh, that was a good Now the bar was a good ass tag.
It was fire, but he should have been a champion. They were downgraded. He should have been a champion.
Yeah.
But I can't say his name because they say it really quick. But Takashita,
just say Claudio.
He was rookie of the year. He was a big deal over there. And he had a history with Kenny Omega, and they just signed him. He's young as hell. I don't think he's even 30 yet. So he is set up to be a superstar if he can carry over. Because I think the only thing holding people like Oscar back is that they can't speak English that great. You know what I'm saying? And if he could pop off, I think he could come over and really do some damage. He's a great guy, great worker. His worker rate is high. He's not what Van Cat call him, a load manager.
Yeah, he on that Kawhi Leonard program.
Exactly. And I think he even was an Iron Man champion, so he could go. He could do some matches for a long time. You know what I'm saying? He's not a quick 5-7 minute dude where you got to hurry up and he's gonna be needing the gas that he's off for 3 weeks. This guy can really, really go. So I love that they brought him in. I'm hoping. Oh, and that wasn't even the biggest thing. The biggest thing was after this happened and Don Callis stabbed Omega in the back. Omega got up and he said into the mic to the crowd, "I see how Don Callis did me. I have some friends that aren't in this company too that can come and help me." Letting it be known that forbidden door is open and they welcome in some people. He had a partner of his who was a tag champion over in New Japan. He might be coming through. He got some Bullet Club members. They might be coming through. You never know. So this is already laid out for the next pay-per-view to be fire. AEW's the shit. Just don't make MD come on here and talk about the boom no more because that hurt my feelings.
No, it's all good. Hey,
no, you was right. You are right. That's what hurt my feelings.
So have they announced another Forbidden Door? Have they ain't announced nothing like that?
Yeah,
Forbidden Door always open.
It's happening in Canada.
Yes, sir. It's coming.
So
There's one match announced. There was a match announced.
So let's get into it. The first announcement is going to be Danielson versus Okada.
Yeah.
So that's a match. That's a match
that was supposed to happen last year.
That's a match that's 10 years too late, though.
Hey,
Okada is not. Okada is another one. Like who?
Oh no, that was CM Punk. I think it was supposed to be CM Punk and Okada last year. Or was it Brett? No, it was Danielson and Okada supposed to have been last year, right? But Danielson got hurt.
If Okada, I'm not even gonna mess with him. I'm not gonna do it.
There you go.
So I watched what was allegedly supposed to be the greatest wrestling match ever, Okada versus Kenny Omega, that 45-minute where they kicked out a 57, they did 57 false finishes. I watched that match. I mean, my goodness, wow. That's why I can't get into that type of wrestling. Let me just put it that way. Because you talk about the one-wing angel and everything like that, and Okada's move is the Rainmaker. So I'm thinking like it's going to be something crazy. It's a clothesline. It's a clothesline. Like
I can't stand you.
A wrestling move, a clothesline would be something if everybody didn't do it. Like, and it doesn't even look sick like the one that JBL used to lean back and hit you with. JBL hit you with clothesline from hell, you gonna die.
I'll be right back, fella.
All right.
Yeah, that's one of the best ever.
So yeah, they did announce the Forbidden Door though, but I wanted Mike. Hold on, let me I don't know if he's probably listening because I know he's got his computer. So, like I said earlier, they announced Mr. Chicago Made is coming back. CM Punk. He'll be back next week. I want to say he's going to be back. Basically, when he came to AEW in Chicago, now he'll be back for Chicago for the Collision show. So. Obviously, cooler heads prevailed, and Tony Khan is not a complete idiot. So he sees that, I still got this guy under contract. Let me make some money with him. What do you guys think CM Punk means for the bottom line of AEW?
Well, I guess he means a lot because they don't seem to be able to have any direction outside of him. They have only MJF, but MJF needs somebody else. I guess they're going to have to hook it up again because that was box office for them when they were wrestling earlier. I'm just going to say I'm not a fan of CM Punk. He kind of lost me over the years, and especially what he pulled last year. I thought that was lame as hell. So, I don't know. I think that, does CM Punk resonate with all wrestling fans in all territories? Because he seems to always be going to Chicago. Every major thing he does, every comeback he does, it has to be based in Chicago. Like it's a safe ground for him. But, can he pull that in other areas? Is he going to headline the UK event? I don't know. But I don't think that CM Punk is as great as they try to make him seem.
Hey, real quick, what's the time slot of that Collision show?
Saturday at 8, right?
Yeah, 8 o'clock, 8:30, something like that.
I'm interested. What do y'all predict? Like the ratings are going to be for that show?
It's gonna die at death.
It's gonna be low.
Die at death.
Such a hate.
That I agree. I think after that one show, it's gonna be. It's gonna be pretty bad. Ain't nobody watching AEW TV on a Saturday night.
So what, MD? What you think about him coming back though? Like, you think he gonna move the needle at all?
Yeah, for that one show, and then but I am interested to see like I said, he's not going to be tied to Collision. That's a given.
No, but he is. It's his show. Oh shit!
So he's not going to be on Dynamite.
No, that's part.
My bad. I'm sorry.
That's part of the agreement. Is Collision is his show. It's like, remember in WCW,
wow.
Thunder was supposed to be Bret Hart's show.
See, they shouldn't do it like
crossover. They
should have
crossover.
The 3 shows should be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's how they should do it. And they shouldn't worry about WWE.
That part I didn't know.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is what they should be doing. Not
Hey, shout
Saturday.
out to all my Jamaicans. It's mango season. Somebody just mailed me some. I love you. Thank you very much. I saw somebody's wife put a post up with some pretty ones off the tree. If she would bless your boy with a little mailings, hook your boy up. That's all I'm saying.
Every day I get home, I pick up at least 10 of them bastards off the floor.
And every day you come home
like crazy.
And every day you come home, you can put them in a box. Put 6130 or St. John, Florida. You know,
man, don't get you crazy.
I didn't my address. I just said a number in the city.
Yeah, Pennywise gonna pay you a visit.
That's what I got knives for.
Man, I got it was at one point I threw away. I probably threw away in a month about 300 of them because they were just falling and busting like they'd bust, and whatever's in my backyard would be eating them. So I'm coming home throwing them away, but now I'm starting to get the good ones. So I got about 30 of them in the kitchen now.
Trevor, once
y'all
again,
talking about mangoes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all got mangoes growing in your backyard? Oh,
yeah,
you're in Florida.
Nothing to your
I got two.
Yes.
I got 2 mango trees.
Oh yeah, y'all outside of the U.S. in Florida. I forgot.
Everybody in my neighborhood got mango trees.
I'm like, what they talking about? Mangoes falling and shit. What the hell?
First of all, Cardi, get out the way. Secondly, Trevor, once again, 6130. I'll let your boy. Man, but I got a box right here. Amazon box. Mangoes inside, mail to your boy. What's up?
Shit, Ricardo, you know where I live. You could come get, man. You could come get some. I mean, hell.
We are not talking about Ricardo, sir.
Ricardo act like we don't live like within arm's length of each other. But and you don't even need to climb the tree. I got a picker. So all right, we didn't got mango talk.
My bad.
So the show is Saturday though. Collision is going to be on Saturday, and it is CM Punk's show. Like it's geared to CM Punk. So I guess that was terms and conditions. So he would stay away from the Elite. I would have made a storyline about it, but again, Tony Khan doesn't know how to be a boss.
No.
He lets his wrestlers do whatever they want to do.
They refuse. I think this would be the best feud of all time. They can make a crazy storyline out of it, but they refuse. I think I'll say this like I said it last time. If Matt Hardy could make a storyline with Edge after what he did,
right?
Anybody, a little fight, that's what y'all do. A little tussle.
But you're dealing with ego
on a regular basis.
You're dealing with egos, and you see what those guys look like. Real quick to this
I'm
Donnie.
done with you, boy. I'm done with you.
What's that say? Donnie or Danny? Yeah, Donnie 1954. So here's the deal. St. Louis sent me an email. He wanted to interview me tomorrow. I told him I would do it. I'm just waiting for him to respond to me. You know, if he responds back to me, then I'll be on his show tomorrow. Pastor Charles Dowell, I would love to get Charles Dowell on this show, but my platform is not big enough for him. You know, you got to crawl before you walk. Charles Dowell is battling Geno Jennings right now. He's not going to come on a small platform like this. So
wait, so Mike, what's the overall rating of the show? What's the overall rating? 1 to 10.
I think
the whole pay-per-view.
I have to add the mistakes, the placements, the the firecracker foot, and botch stomping. That was what did I give Night of Champions? I think I gave Night of Champions a 6.5.
Something stupid, yeah.
It wasn't stupid. It was sensical. I'll give this a 7.
So this is better than Night of Champions.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to make it clear.
Yeah.
Well, you know the bar is Royal Rumble for the year so far. Royal Rumble is probably the best event the whole year. Disagree? Agree.
Keep talking after I put you in the corner 3 times. Like, I'm confused.
But that's old news. That's old news, man.
I'm Donald Trump. All news is the same news, bro.
Okay. So what the reason why I kept asking about CM Punk and his move and shit, we're already at 2.5 hours. CM Punk and this moving the needle type thing. So Dave Meltzer is reporting that news of him coming back, like they were expecting ticket sales to jump. They haven't moved a bit outside of the Chicago show. So to Venkat's point, he does huge in Chicago, but he doesn't seem to be able to draw anywhere else. I think they should just cut their losses once his contract is up. I mean, because they put 60,000 in Wembley without him.
Right.
Sir, before he was gone, he was the reason they made it over $1 million the first time, other than their biggest pay-per-view. He was the only one that got their TV show over $1 million, and he was consistent with it.
But who's to say it would have stayed that way since he's been gone?
The only reason it fell off is because of this bullshit controversy. If they get him back in, they get him back on the right path, they get him in a good rivalry, I promise it'll go right back to it. People love CM Punk. He has following.
No, I think you're selling them too high.
It's a little high.
I don't think he has that appeal no more.
No.
I'm intrigued to see the reaction outside of Chicago now. What's going to be the reaction outside of Chicago?
Yeah,
that's what I'm telling you. We don't have a gauge on that because before this, he was out for what, 7, 8, almost 10 years. No, how long was he out? Like
he
7
was
years?
out since 2013.
And he came back and ran
7 years.
It was crazy. Now he's been gone again for about a year, a little change. When he come back, I feel like it's going to be the same thing. I think it's out of sight, out of mind when they start seeing his face and they hear the promos. Yo, because y'all acting like that promo with him and MJF wasn't nuts. Wasn't nuts. Y'all love MJF for that. He's better than MJF at it. When he get out there and all he has to do is drop a pipe bomb, everybody going to be back on his nuts.
I don't think so, Mike. Okay, we'll I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you a perfect gauge, because I'm the biased one. Okay, my wife loves CM Punk. Me and my wife love CM Punk's WWE run after the Summer of Punk. That's when we were all like, "Oh man, CM Punk! I thought he was the best." We were walking around here saying we're the best in the world, and you know, I would cut promos like him. I would do all of this. When I heard that he was coming back to AEW, I was like, oh shit. Now it's time for me to start. I'm like, now they finally got me. Now it's time for me to watch AEW. I watched that first show that night, the first show, and hadn't watched it again since. Like the appeal just wore off right then and there. Like he's not a big a draw as we thought. Like
you're doing yourself a disservice, sir.
When I look at him, I'm just like, is this middle-aged guy who throws shitty punches and he's lost a step. He has no redeeming qualities about him because everybody knows he's a douche outside of wrestling. As you see the way he treats fans, it's like he has zero redeeming qualities. And
he has a bad body.
Yeah, see, I'm glad Venkat went there. I'm looking at him and I'm like, what is it about this guy that we like so much?
I'll tell you like this: we have 2 things that we disagree on that we might be able to see them both this summer. One is Jaylen Brown. Hey, stay on my business.
You stuck on
that. No, I know what he's saying. I know exactly what he's saying, and it ain't happening.
He wants
It ain't
James Brown
happening.
to be gone so bad.
If we see it, we'll see it. And 2, he getting his own show, so we gonna see.
On
When
a
the numbers
Saturday,
spike,
they putting them in a death spot.
that's all right. If those numbers spike and
It
they do
ain't gonna
something,
spike, Mike.
okay, we gonna see. We don't even need to argue.
Saturday
we gonna
night at 8:00. You
We
watching
gonna see.
wrestling? That's not a pay-per-view.
I would, cause CM Punk and Nene. While you sitting there, 6130, zip code 3292 in a box. Put some in the box, cause I don't like store-bought mangoes. I need it off the tree. So Nene, holla at you. Why you got Nene off? Come bring Nene back. Nene.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe he just doing it to say, hey, look, I agree to terms. I'll go on Collision. Fuck it. Just put me on here. I'll pop. I'll make the crowd pop for a second, and till the end of my contract, then I'm done. Maybe he agreed to that.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that, because everything I heard, they're keeping those rosters separate.
Yeah, that's correct. So why not just put Ring of Honor right there then?
Because it makes too much sense. Like it makes too much sense. Where can you find Ring of Honor? Let's get in this conversation, Coach. So Venkat got in the back and forth. He sent me the screenshot with some AEW fan. He made a sensible comment. So what happened, Venkat? Hold on. So Devontae. Who is this? Devontae Israel. You should get Kendrick Murray. How about this? All the preachers that y'all want me to interview, y'all let them know where I am and have them email straighttalkwithtrevor@gmail.com. I love interviewing the preachers. I would love to have Kendrick Murray over here. I reached out to John McGregor. John McGregor said that he'll come on the show, but then John McGregor did a show last night and said the only way he'll come on the show is if I let him take control of the show. Nobody takes control of anything over here but me. So that's probably not going to happen. But if you guys want the preachers over here, just give them my info. I'd love to have them over here. Love it.
There you go.
So they have these boxes that you can put mangoes in, right?
Man, get off the damn mango, man. Damn mango.
See how people talk when they got trees? They be so disrespectful. They got trees, so they don't care about us non-tree havers. My yardie blood need a tree mango, sir.
So Venkat, what happened? What happened with you and this AEW fan? Man, we already.
Oh my Lord, this guy, man. Okay, so I said, let me go over to this AEW group that they have on Facebook, because they were showing, sometimes those things pop up. So I said, let me just make a comment. So I just say, you know what would be good if AEW could just have an easier way to access their pay-per-views, an easier way for more exposure. Maybe getting AEW on Netflix, Paramount Plus, or Max, HBO Max, or whatever, just so that, one, it's affordable. It's not an issue financially for people. And then two, it's just easy and accessible. That'll open up more fans to, imagine having their live events, having even maybe house shows could play live on Netflix or wherever. And I just thought it'd be cool, and it'll give WWE an actual threat, because the Peacock deal has worked out great for both NBC and WWE, and WWE's opening up their exposure to even more fans that they couldn't reach before. That's why they're not even telling you who's on their matches, who's on their events, and they're selling it out months in advance. They can't hold the seats. They're so popular, and that popularity in part has to be with that Peacock deal, because even Triple H said it. Royal Rumble usually don't make these kind of numbers. It made WrestleMania kind of numbers. Elimination Chamber, same thing. Like they're seeing an extra boost in the interest of their product. And it has to be because of the accessibility of what Peacock brought. So me saying, hey, AEW needs to do something like this, because it would be cool to have like an event to look forward to watch. You know, I gave up on wrestling for many years recently, and you know, Peacock helped to drive that interest in me. So I would love to see that with AEW. I'm thinking I'm making a reasonable comment. And there were a lot of people that, you know, they liked the comment and they were agreeing and whatnot. But this one guy, he just went off on me and just said, "Hey, if you don't like the product, shut up. You either a fan or you're not. Get the hell out." And I'm like, goodness, great. That's kind of aggressive. But oh man, it was just ridiculous, man. And I wrote a reply, and then I guess the AEW group people blocked my reply. But
they
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bro, those AEW fans, especially on Twitter, are insufferable, man. Like, I play a gimmick, I play a role. A lot of this shit, I'm just a troll. But these jokers, like, if you say one thing that they deem as criticism, man, they ready to come. Man, don't talk about their AEW. Just don't do it.
I couldn't have a thought. I just couldn't even get a thought across.
You know what I heard to smooth all that out?
What's that?
If Trevor would get a box and put some mangoes in the...
Man, you and these damn mangoes. All right.
He's on a mango kick.
Bro, I finally got a good friend of mine from middle school and high school sent me a box. I'm in love all over again, sir. I'm so happy.
I'll see what I could do.
That's all the boy asking for.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do, because we got a bunch of them, and them damn things so big, and they like we ain't gonna be able to eat them all.
And that's what I'm here for, to assist. I'm here to help.
All right, so we got. I might as well hit the 3-hour mark. So we got 19 minutes. Damn, I didn't want to do this show this long, but so let's. I'm gonna condense this. I'm not even gonna go through the whole thing, but this past Friday's SmackDown. All right, so let me just give you the quick WWE rant. So again, WWE in true ridiculous fashion did something that made absolutely no sense, where not even a month after the brand split, Seth Rollins comes out to the ring. Who shows up? AJ Styles. Why is AJ Styles the SmackDown wrestler over on Raw? So the Judgment Day comes out. So now they get into a whole. So now they get into a whole thing. So now it's AJ Styles, Seth Rollins versus the Judgment Day at the end of the night. Great match. But guess what? Here's the problem. Damian Priest took the pinfall. So what happens? Seth Rollins issues an open challenge for the world title. Guess who accepts it? The guy who took the damn pinfall in the tag match. So why do I want to see a guy who I just saw get beat the week before now get a title match for your world title that's not even 2 days old? Because
a championship opportunity.
No, I think this was for the title.
Yeah, an opportunity, a championship opportunity.
No, this was a title match.
It's Damian Priest's title. It's the Whopper Jr. title.
This was a title match, but here go this is the ridiculous part. They now got Seth Rollins walking around saying, "I'm the longest reigning world champion." That's 6 days. You can't make it up. You can't make it up how ridiculous this company is. So that's, and now for the love of God, Cody Rhodes' next feud, because Brock, it would kill him to show up on TV every week, is Dominic Mysterio. Now listen, I like Dom. I really like Dom. He is making the best out of this character. He is entertaining as hell. But there is no reason that Dominic Mysterio should be wrestling Cody Rhodes on any given day. It just shouldn't happen.
They dumpster diving for Cody's opponents now.
So
what's
but
his
that's
role
stupid.
then?
I mean,
What's Dominic Mysterio's role then? I mean, he got to wrestle. He got to wrestle.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes should not be wrestling at all.
He should no. Hell, get out of here. He
should
be
not. He has okay. If you got an injury, take him off of TV.
Oh, you're saying Cody shouldn't be wrestling?
Cody should not be wrestling at all. Why is Cody wrestling?
Yeah, because his arm is allegedly broke. Yeah, he shouldn't be wrestling. Yeah, I agree with that. So
fuck the fans. That's why
it's just ridiculous. So SmackDown managed to do something that I think has never been done before. They had the best and worst segment in the same show. So,
really?
They had the worst segment of the year, probably the worst segment of the last 5 years on this show. So because they don't know how to book anything worth a damn, and they book the women like crap. So now to book Asuka's next opponent, they're gonna have, I forget what kind of match they're gonna have to find Asuka's next opponent. So what do they do?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I wish. So what they do, they have Grayson Waller, and Grayson Waller must be hurt because Grayson Waller is awesome. And if they don't have Grayson Waller wrestling, he has to be hurt. So Grayson Waller is doing his talk show, and so they just do the parade of losers. So all these different women come out and cut these shitty promos as to why they should be able to face Asuka next. What was interesting is Io Shirai was the first person to come out, but Vince McMahon, this says Vince all over it, can't help himself when he has two Japanese wrestlers. He doesn't have them have a stare down or a coherent conversation. What he does is have them just yelling at each other in Japanese. Yeah, that's exactly what they were doing. Nonsensical. Nobody could understand what they were saying. And then cue the parade of bums that have no chance in hell at beating Asuka. On a good note, I was right. Remember when I said when Dana Brooke, hopefully that was her last match? I was right and I was wrong. That's her last match on Raw. So now she's been shipped over to NXT, where she should have never been called up from NXT in the first place. The only reason they called her up is because they needed a blonde to second for Charlotte in this stupid Ric Flair angle. So they brought her up way too early, but now she's in NXT. Hopefully she learns a hold and she's good over there. Don't come back to the main roster until you get better. So now the main event. Let's just skip all the things. So now you have the 1,000-day celebration, which peaked at 2.6 million. So it was their highest segment since December of 2020, which was John Cena's return. And that segment went up 40% from last week. So, I mean, we could say whatever we want about Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns, his shirt says needle mover for a reason. He is the damn needle mover. He is the only superstar in wrestling, like legit superstar. So the segment starts with Triple H, who a month ago totally shit on Roman Reigns. Y'all remember his promo? He was like, well, we need a champion that's going to defend the belt. No, he said, well, our Universal Champion doesn't show up. Our Universal Champion, whatever brand he gets drafted to, then he'll stay at that brand. And we need a new champion that's going to defend the belt. And who's going to do this and do that? Now Triple H comes out and sings a whole new different tune. He's like, oh, yeah, our Universal Champion is in rare form, and there's only 3 other guys in history, 3 or 4. Yeah, it'll be 3 in like a month that are in better standing than him, and this and that, and it is my honor and my privilege to present him with the new WWE Undisputed. They're still calling the belt undisputed when you have a world champion over on the other channel. So the belt cannot be disputed. It's not undisputed.
Whopper Jr.
And we get
consolation
the
prize
wrestling belt ever.
And he still called it Universal too.
This is the laziest belt of all time. It's the same belt with a different background.
Yo, Trevor was in the WWE belt customizer, and he made that belt.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Something off of 2K23. You're right.
I would have checked, man. You ain't putting that shit on me.
I would go buy 2 of them bitches.
I thought that they would have. I thought that they would have brought. I was hoping that the winged eagle was coming back, or the big eagle, or something, or at least do something different. You know what they did? They kept hearing that everybody was saying how fresh the Snoop Dogg belt was. So they was like, oh, everybody loves the Snoop Dogg belt, so let's give Roman a belt similar to the Snoop Dogg belt. Now, one thing I will say, I love that it's on a black strap. Your title just needs to be on a black strap. Get rid of the red, get rid of the blue. That I'm okay with. Everything else,
but the gold clashes with the black in the background, though. It's ugly.
It's very ugly. Venkat, tell them what I text you, because everybody think I'm Mr. WWE, but I text Venkat. I said, this is the ugliest thing I ever seen. Look at this. And then look what Paul Heyman is still carrying the other 2 belts behind him. So here's the joke that a lot of people didn't catch. When Triple H took the look at that, yeah, that's what Roman Reigns really thinks about the belt. When Triple H took the cover off of the belt, Roman looked at, Roman has those veneers. Roman looked at him like, he gave him this look like, what the hell is that? But then he just went into that smile. It almost looked like they didn't let Roman see the belt ahead of time, and they surprised him with it. That belt is horrendous. To me, if I was in WWE, I'm fighting for the world title any day. Or I'm gonna fight for the world title or Gunther's belt. That's it. I don't want that belt.
First of all, both titles are ugly as hell. And that title has McDonald's colors in it. It's yellow and red on the belt.
Yeah, that's not gold on the
Hulk Hogan. Yeah, it's horrible. It's just horrible. And they have plans on introducing more titles. They're
not introducing more titles. They're consolidating. They're
introducing more titles.
No, they're making the women's title look like that, just on the white strap, which probably won't look bad. Won't look as bad as this. This looks terrible.
Well, they got to do the same for the tag title.
Yeah. Because I'm tired of seeing Sammy wearing
those titles need to be revamped badly.
Yeah, those look like something you buy at Walmart, man. I can't, I can't do it no more, dog.
I can't
you can get the same belt at Walmart.
This is supposed to be your flagship championship, and you look at everybody else's belt. Like I said, the NWA belt is, even though nobody watches the NWA, that's a belt that you would want. Like, it's just like, damn.
But that's the actual NWA title, though. So it doesn't really.
But it's a nice belt. It's like, look at the IW.
I got into another argument with another group, and it was about the big goal, Ric Flair big goal. So somebody put it up, and they were saying how great the title is, and it's just the best title. And I'm like, yeah, it's the best title in all of sports, not just wrestling. And this guy says WWF title is more prestigious, and the WWF title is better because the NWA has always been underneath the WWF. And I'm like, but that title is above everything WWF ever had. But he just kept going back and forth with it. But the disrespect for the big goal, that's the best time. And they need to do something like that.
It's because they when they think of the NWA title, they're thinking of they're affiliating it with WCW. They aren't saying that it's something separate. Most people think most people, when they hear NWA, they're thinking WCW. They don't know that it's something totally different. They don't know that belt's been around since 1905. What is it, 1905?
Man,
they don't know that. But these are the same guys that want to see Matt and Jeff Hardy still wrestle. I mean, that's what you get. But this belt is shit, and there's nothing like.
It's a big problem. It's a big problem because that's the prize that you're fighting for. That's what all these storylines are about. People that want to get it and the person that got it defending it. So when the prize isn't anything that's worthy of getting, what do?
Bro, I had a dream that they were going to like, and I thought he was going to take the other two belts because I thought that's what Triple H was in the ring for, to take the other two belts and let him walk away with the one. And then they were going to have a big belt on SmackDown, a big belt on Raw, and then he was the champion of, like, you know how they have the in boxing, the lineal champion? Like, he was going to be the big champion. So you got to see him the one time a month he comes out to try to get the big dog championship. But he just walked away with everything. I don't know what the hell they doing.
What I was hoping he would have did was look at the new belt and be like, I don't want that shit. And just throw that. Man, that would have been so great. Wouldn't that fit his character if he would have just threw it down and been like, nah, I'm good with these two. Nah, I'm good with, like,
nah,
bro,
he should have gave it to Solo.
Yeah.
Solo Holeless.
That that would have been perfect.
Venkat, you said you don't like the world title design either, right?
Oh, it's horrible. It's
Venkat a hater, man. He's a hater. That's all.
I'm not a hater.
I mean,
that world title is pretty.
I feel you. Yeah, I like it, but I don't like the fact that they, first of all, at least you can respect the lineage of the WWF world title. You're not doing that. I'm talking about the world title back when the brand split started. You're not respecting that lineage. Because matter of fact, at Night of Champions, remember when Michael Cole was talking about it, he was giving it more, saying that it was the Winged Eagle design. I'm like, where is that at? All I see is big gold belt.
Yeah.
Like if you look at it,
wait a minute.
Big gold belt.
They were trying to tie the Winged Eagle and the world title together.
No. They were saying the design was inspired by the Winged Eagle. I'm like, where?
Yeah.
That's what Michael Cole said at Night of Champions. I'm like, where is that at?
You got to look at it with a microscope.
At the top of the belt. There's an eagle at the top of the belt. That's all he could be talking about.
Yeah, and DeSantis is inspired by Obama. Fuck out of here.
When you see that belt, you see world title. At least from the aspect of WWE. I'm not even tying it into Flair big gold belt. I'm tying it into the world championship, brand split world championship. You're not even respecting that lineage of the title. So
Seth Rollins came out and said he'd been champion for 6 days.
Yeah, you're not respecting the lineage.
Like they're not like. I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Is the ridiculousness of this all is mind-boggling, man. That they could be so careless. All you got to do, you got so many people working in that company. Just make things make sense. That's all you got to do. Just make it make sense.
You sound, give me a little thing, Trevor. What is the gold belt called?
The world title. The one Seth has is the world championship.
The world championship. What are the two belts what are the three belts that Roman has called?
The Universal and the WWE.
WWE Universal Undisputed Championship.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bullcrap to say.
Nah, brother. Y'all don't see the problem with all this bullshit.
There's an undisputed champion. There's an undisputed champion when you got another champion on another show on the same company. But
so that means it's disputed.
Exactly. That's why I said they can't call it. But on the belt, it says undisputed on there.
Yeah,
it's worded on the belt, undisputed. I thought they were just going to silently drop it and just be done with it. But it says undisputed on there. So, but at the end of NXT, so this is very interesting. So at the end of NXT, when NXT was going off the air, Braun Breaker was like, "Oh, I'm going to beat." He said, "I don't care. I'll run over anybody, anywhere." He said, and that's not just limited to NXT. He says, Seth Rollins, I'll see you Tuesday. So are they going to do the unthinkable and have Braun Breaker beat? I mean, Seth, I doubt they would do that, but maybe Seth Rollins is going to show up on NXT. I don't know. But
because Roman's going to go on NXT to get the NXT title because he needs one for a stock.
There you go. He
needs a belt for a stock.
Yep.
And he's going to keep the black belt in the middle like Voltron.
Man, it is just outright ridiculous. So here's a picture that I grabbed off of Twitter, and this just made me sad. So Cody's whole thing is finish the story. When Cody came back and he was thinking about finishing the story, I doubt this is what he had in mind.
Oh God.
Yo, that's not I'm telling you. The mustache is somewhere laughing at this picture. He's dying. He's like, I bet you won't start another company again, you blonde bastard. I'm telling you, the mustache is laughing. Because all Cody has in the contract is I'm supposed to be world champion. He didn't know there was going to be a Whopper Jr. championship. That's what you get, buddy.
It's horrible.
It's beautiful. That is pettiness at its highest level. I love it. That's evil genius. He was sitting there doing the Mr. Burns. Excellent.
Yep.
The biggest company in the world got the ugliest belt. Like that's crazy.
Hey.
That's crazy. The IWGP belt is nice. But what's crazy is that WWE Shop is now selling the big gold belt, like the Fandu version, the version with the raised backing, with the brown strap, with like the brownish strap. Man, that belt looks nice. I don't know why they must have bought the rights to sell that belt, because they were not selling that belt at all, but they're selling that now. Hell, that's the one I want. I don't want none of this other crap. Yeah, it's crazy though. But all right, so I'm gonna finish off with this though. I mean, outside of the terrible belt, we did get a really good segment, because just as Roman was getting ready to talk, the Usos came out, and Jimmy Uso did exactly what I thought he was gonna do. He was gonna make it seem like the only reason he kicked Roman was to teach him a lesson, just to try to toss some sense into him. Solo gets the mic and says that I'm standing with my brothers. And when he did that, I'm like, man, the swerve of the century, because everybody can see this a mile away. Roman, y'all got to give Roman Reigns some credit for his acting, because Roman does the fake crying. He goes in for the hug. And Jimmy Uso is like, man, let's work it out. Let's fix this. And Roman just hugs him in tight and says, no. Solo get him, and Solo hit him with that spike. I'm like, bomb, big swerve, and then Roman walking out of the ring, the heel that he is, says, the wise man said, what are we gonna do about Jay? And Roman looks at him and says, Jay is gonna do what he always does, and that's fall in line. Man, Roman Reigns, as much as I don't want him to be champion because the belt just needs to be defended, ain't nobody touching Roman Reigns right now. Roman Reigns is on a whole nother level from everybody. Like it's Roman Reigns, and then it's everybody else.
But guess what? This would mean so much more if he had lost to Cody.
Nope.
If he had lost to Cody, and he's trying to hold the bloodline together, and the bloodline is falling apart, and Jimmy is the one he uses to hold everyone else together by sacrificing Jimmy. This storyline would be amazing. He would have all this animosity trying to go back at Cody to get his title back. He would have trying to hold the bloodline together by trying to get his belt back, trying to get them their belts back. It would be crazy, engaging, amazing. But no, we got the Whopper Jr. belt.
What I am glad for though is that Sammy and KO seem to be done with them, and now they're feuding with Imperium, which is great because Imperium is the shit.
Sammy and Cody need to lose that belt. Wasn't KO wrestling a singles match? recently.
Against Walt, man.
Right.
Did you watch that match?
Yeah, so it's good. It's good. But what I'm saying is, like, you're a tag team champion. You're wrestling singles matches
because they
like
don't make
they
any
need to get
sense.
that off. Yeah,
they don't make any damn sense.
Yeah, they need to get that off of them.
After I watched KO and Gunther, I'm like, damn, I want to see KO and Gunther fight for the Intercontinental belt.
Right.
Like those two beat the shit out of each other.
So I saw on WWE they put up a poll saying who's Jay gonna end up choosing to fight, Roman or Jimmy. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they put up a poll.
Jimmy.
Yeah, they just put up a poll. So I'm assuming that this coming up Friday, he gonna get like an ultimatum, maybe. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Probably. Well, did you see the segment? Because Roman told him.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
You saw what Roman told him, though. He said, kick him in the face. He said, because he kicked me in the face. So basically telling him, hey, Roman that dude, though, the way he be talking to them jokers, man.
Hey, Roman watched New Jack City, and he biting off of Wesley Snipes. He Nino Brown in this whole industry right now.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Roman is something else. All right, fellas, man, we went over 3 hours, which I did not expect. I'm surprised.
Did it load?
Huh?
Did the stuff load?
Oh crap! Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm surprised my daughter didn't come in here because she's busy playing her Switch with her friends, so she probably not studying me. But all right, so let me play this clips.
You're right. Does that hurt you? No.
I gotta put the volume up.
Are we gonna be the longest show?
I'm good on that, okay? No thanks.
Wait a minute, what the hell?
The last match of the show. You're right. Does that hurt you? Does that make you upset? No. Why the f would I want to roll around in John Moxley's blood? I'm good on that, okay? No thanks.
Wow.
So yeah, he says that, but the champion should be closing the show.
I agree.
Under no certain. Well, the only time is if it's like a retirement match or something. Like I mean, and the only thing that could come to my mind is WrestleMania 7. Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior should have closed that show because that Hogan Sergeant Slaughter match sucked.
That's just my
Well,
heart.
the Royal Rumble should be last. I don't think the world title needs to go at last on the Royal Rumble. It's called the Royal Rumble, so
the Rumble should be last. You know why they do that though?
What's that?
Because when the champion wins, they want the look that whoever won the Royal Rumble would come out and do the stare down, like as if they're gonna challenge them. That's the only reason they do that.
Yeah.
All right, let me play this next one. They're low though, because I got them turned all the way up.
All due respect. Their greatest legend probably couldn't lace my boots. I think I would make anybody on that roster look silly, and I don't want to waste my time. I'm a very busy man. There's your answer. I think New Japan Pro Wrestling sucks. Except that Great O'Khan guy. He pops me. I like him. But everybody else there is the drizzling shits. I don't know. It reminds me of just like a local indie fed.
Yo, he talks big shit, boy.
But you know what? I don't disagree with him.
I know you wouldn't.
Of course, Hater Supreme does.
But all those guys
all
those guys do is just punch each other in the face real hard. That's all they do. Those guys, them guys, they the Jeff Jarrett of the East. They couldn't draw a dime.
Oh, come on now. First of all, Jeff Jarrett was a part of WWF and WCW. Been in all the big events.
Didn't draw a dime. Ask Kevin Nash. Ask anybody. Ask Stone Cold. That's why Stone Cold didn't want to work with him, because he didn't want his stock to go down.
Wow. The hate is strong in this one.
I know. I detect that energy.
And I mean, and don't let your coworker take your wife either.
Oh Lord. Oh my God, this guy is brutal tonight. Yeah,
yeah, we've been real contentious tonight. What the hell?
We? You and Van Cat at?
Me? I didn't do anything. I'm just alive.
Oh, you just got four. You just got 4 of the posters wrong. Yeah, you didn't do anything.
You know what's funny, Mike, is that I had the whole rundown of the entire event. I had the whole thing, but when I saw the images, I'm like, "Oh, that's it right there." And I didn't even bother to like double check.
Yeah, why would we want to get it correct for live?
Why?
Yeah, why would we want it to be correct?
We're live, pal. Did you see how the show started? We're live, pal.
That's right.
I mean, oh Lord,
he can't help it, party. He a hater.
Oh Lord, the Heat and the Nuggets are tied up. I forgot about that. 29-29.
All right, then. So closing remarks.
Yeah. Let me go in and close the show out, man. Piece of you guys, piece of MD for coming over, piece of Mike, piece of Van Cat, piece of everybody
hold on.
in the chat.
I got one thing to say, sir. If you could find a box, mangoes, 6130.
Shameless. He's shameless.
Our zip code is 329. We live right around the corner from each other. I slept at your house before, man. I used to ride your bike. I can't get some mangoes.
Oh boy.
I won't make fun of your beard anymore. Did I mention your head is impeccable today?
Hell, man.
I'm not shiny.
Down to the country of South Florida and get me some mangoes.
You better tell them. Pick me up on the way.
Oh Lord.
I'm right off 95.
Hey, MD, I gotta tell you, my cousin Kevin, he sent me a video. He was like, he said, well, here's something to MD's argument from Monday. Cause he was, he was like, damn, you were on one Monday. So I told him, I was like, man, you should have joined the panel. He was like, yeah. He said he wanted to, but he didn't want to, he didn't want to get no argument. He don't like to argue back and forth. So
he ain't want to be asphyxiated with the smoke. I got
it.
Yeah.
But you was in rare form though. He sent me a video. I gotta check the video out again though, because he basically was saying you full of shit.
Oh wow.
You mean that rare form that was stood up against by Michael, who just put his hand up against the wave?
Nah, MD gave you that. MD gave you all you wanted Monday, Mike. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Man, you bugging. I pulled out my Black and Mild and gave him extra smoke.
Oh, so okay. So Ricardo put Mike and Van Cat are gonna do a political show.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. We don't know when. I'm thinking after the NBA finals, because we got to review the finals, and you guys know, my debate is on the 20th, so I'm gonna go. I got to take care of that. Especially when the debate season is over, then we're gonna do a whole bunch of different other stuff here. That's when I'll have the preachers come over so they could do their discussions and stuff like that. I already let Reginald Young know because he's just chomping at the bit to come over here and do that. But I'm not going to do anything like that was my promise. I'm not going to do anything as long as the playoffs going on. So once the playoffs is over, it's open season. But definitely
all the executive decisions that got signed.
Huh?
Did you hear about all the executive moves that got signed by your boy DeSantos?
I mean, I got some of them. I don't know. Something changed between this morning,
bro. All I'll tell you is this. He got Florida in a tizzy because he shitted on the migrant workers, and now all the people is like, but we need them. Whatever do you mean? And they're like, oh no, don't worry about it. I'm just doing this to piss off Trump. And everybody's like, his thing has plummeted like 19 points.
You see, all right. So all right, we got okay. All right, yeah, we got
no. We'll do it later. You got
because I know MD probably chomping at the bit, so I know he'd want to get in on this.
I'm staying quiet, man. I'm gonna let you close the show out. I'm staying quiet.
No, speak on it, MD. Speak on it.
Happy on Facebook, MD.
I'm trying to figure out a day. I'm trying to figure out what would be a good day, but it like literally, I'm in a holding pattern right now just because I gotta give Blue this work. So it's like once all this is over, it's open season.
Well, the political show. Venkat got my contact info, man. He can let me know.
So Venkat, I know you already got the show graphics and stuff ready, so I ain't even worried about that.
And you better double check them. They might be from last year.
He's not gonna let it go.
It may say Bush versus Gore and stuff like that on there.
You'll be lucky. It'll be Jimmy Carter's victory speach.
It's gonna be Lincoln, man. It's gonna be Lincoln.
I got you.
But we got
a brand new log cabin.
Yeah, we gotta do that because DeSantis is going crazy. And I saw this morning they were showing on the news about the migrants that they put on them on a private jet. These are the ones that he flew to Kamala Harris's house last year?
Yeah.
So you see them on the plane taking selfies and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, yeah, we got
the political show need to happen. It's gonna happen. Ricardo, MD, Mike, all of us, we need to get together and speak on this politics, man, because it needs to be spoken about.
Yeah, we'll do, especially when the NBA season is over.
Right.
That'll be one less thing we got to deal with.
Yeah, after SVDL, after the NBA finals, after stuff clear up, that'll be great.
Yeah, definitely, because I could feel the energy coming off of MD, and I ain't even got to see him, but I just know he's burning up over there.
It's all good.
MD says something Monday. I don't know this exact wording, but MD said, "All right." MD said, "I'm going to play the position now." So he basically saying he going to put his MAGA hat on and everything. MD going
pretty much.
Yeah. MD going to play the role now, so he'll be perfect.
Oh, I got to give a shout out to Michael. Michael, on the John Morant episode on Man Talk Monday, he had to let everybody in the room come back to reality. I was like, oh, thank God for Michael.
Hey, you know what was so funny? I forgot to because I always go back and listen to the shows, and I was like, man. I said, because me, Michael, and Dr. Mia got our own separate group, and I started to put in the group, man, Michael went the hell off on that. Like, I listened back to it, and I'm like, man, Mike went off on this shit. Like, he really, I'm gonna have to clip that. I'm like, damn, Mike like went the hell off on this part. But I just never did it. I'm telling you, with the phone shutting off on me and shit like that, I never got a chance. But yeah, Mike went off on that one, man. But Monday,
he's got to have somebody else give me props before he can do it. You see how that works? He's in a group text with me, and he can't do it until Vancat says something. Then he's like, "Oh yeah, I had this thought back in my mind." I did. Michael props,
bro. I'm telling you, I got over 200 unread messages. I'm telling you, man, I got a lot of shit to do because people always sending me. So Ricardo will tell you, Ricardo alone probably sent me about 30 messages I haven't checked yet. It's just it's a lot.
I know how you can make it up to me.
Oh boy!
If you could just get a box.
There you go. All right, fellas. Man. We about to go that 3.5 hour. I said I'm not gonna be the guy with these long ass streams, man.
Oh shit!
I do something different every day, man. So peace to you guys for coming on, man. Peace to the chat.
We're not on next week. Trevor.
Yeah. We're not on next week. Venkat got to work. And plus, I'm gonna be studying, so we're not on next week. Venkat, I gave Mike a match that I want us to do like in show. Is Ray Phoenix versus Mil Muertes, the coffin match from Lucha Underground season 1. You got to watch that if you haven't.
Okay. I've never seen that match.
That was the craziest coffin match I ever seen. Like it was, man. Wow. That's all I'm gonna say. Just wow. Lucha Underground had something until they let the people get in and mess it up. But
they saying even the commentary was fire.
Yeah, it was because the commentators would get up and run to the ring, and they'd be so hyped. It was crazy. Then they had one of the greatest storylines ever with Vampiro and Pentagon breaking his arm, only to find out that Vampiro was behind Pentagon the whole time as like his higher master. Man, y'all got to watch Lucha Underground season 1. That's why I don't understand how people say I don't like shit that's not WWE. If it's good, I'm gonna watch it. Like Lucha Underground season 1 was the best bit of television I ever saw. Prince Puma, which is Ricochet, like it was tremendous. And that storyline that they ran throughout the whole season was crazy. But yeah, I'm closing the show again for the 10th time now. So peace, everybody.
Right after you close the show, get a box.
All right, yo. Well, Straight Talk Society, there you have it. Another tremendous episode of Wrestling with Reality. We did an AEW Double or Nothing review, and we shit all over it, but Mike was a good sport about it. He's a real good sport about it. That was the first time somebody did a review that wasn't me or Vancat. So, like I say, man, there's always room for opportunity over here. Peace to everybody that was in the chat. Peace to everybody that's watching in the clouds. Peace to everybody watching over on Facebook. Yeah, for the dudes that were coming over, Devontae Israel. It was another, who else was it? All right, I can't. I'd have to go too far up, but yeah, Devontae Israel and yeah, I definitely had to go up too far up to see the name, but yeah, me and St. Louis, I told him I'd be free tomorrow, so it's just a matter of him getting back to me and let me know what the deal is. He said he wanted to interview me on why I left the church, and I said, okay, it's all good, let's do it. So just waiting on him. Yeah, and for the guys that came over asking about, like, John McGregor and Kendrick Murray, all those guys are welcome, but I think those guys probably look at numbers, and they want it to be a bigger platform. Like John McGregor, I asked John McGregor to do an interview with him. He said he would do it, and then I listened to his show last night, and he said that the only way he'll do it is if he can, like, basically it's not an interview, it's him coming on controlling the show, and then that doesn't work over here. Like, so basically, like, I can't ask him any questions. Like, it would have to be, so basically the spirit would have to take the show over, which no, that's not how that works. If we're doing an interview, I'm going to interview you, but I'll interview you based on the Bible. I'll interview you based on biblical questions. I just feel a lot of times guys don't want you to question them on anything. They just want to be able to just give their spiel and tell all this stuff and get their rhetoric out, but not have you challenge them on anything. So go watch the interview that I did with Reginald Young. You'll see how a preacher is interviewed, and they allow somebody to ask them questions. Like, that Reginald Young interview was great. Hell, the first interview I did with St. Louis was great. I did an interview with Jansen. It was great. Like, these guys understand when somebody's asking you questions, just answer it. You don't have to be contentious. Don't try to take over somebody's show. Just answer the question. So I'd love to have John McGregor on. John McGregor's from Jamaica. I'm from Jamaica. So I'd love to have my countrymen on, but if it don't happen, then it don't happen. I'm not begging anybody to come on the show with me. So that's how that is. Johnny Roberts, apparently he played my video. He played my interview with Reginald Young. So I got to go watch that and see exactly what happened. Because while the time he was going live, I'm going, I'm not going to stop my show to go on anybody's panel. I'm not going to do that. But Johnny Roberts, yeah, don't forget Michael's box. Yeah. Yeah, but Johnny Roberts is another one. He's another one of those guys that's called Gino out a million times, and Gino is afraid to debate him. I'd love to have Johnny Roberts on my show, but again, these are guys with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I just don't think that they'll come have a conversation with me, and it's fine, because to them I'm a center, so it's fine. So I realize that their reputations may take a hit coming to talk to somebody like me, but you know, it's all good. I'd love to have them on either way. But yeah, Reginald Young and Jansen are going to have a debate over here sometime in July. Again, nothing's going to happen until the SVDL playoffs are completely over, because like I said, I will not compete against SVDL. So once all that's over, then they'll come over here and they'll do their thing, because they see that this is an unbiased platform and they want to have a conversation over here, and I'm okay with it. So who knows what'll happen from there. But hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight, man. Peace to everybody that came. Peace to VanCat, peace to MD, peace to Mike. Everybody keeps telling about those mangoes. Ricardo, you know where I live, so that's if you don't get no mangoes from my tree this season, that's on you. That's like legit on you. Mike, I understand, because we're not in the same, we're a couple hundred miles away from one another. But yeah, man. But peace to everybody that watched the show consistently. Like again, I'm watching the eyeballs and I'm seeing that the numbers stayed consistent throughout. Like, sometimes there's a tail off normally when you go into the extra innings, but the numbers stayed consistent. So that means that you guys are liking what we're doing. So we really appreciate that. Hey, there's no script, even though you see that we may have pictures up, and VanCat tries his hardest to make sure that everything is laid out and things like that. But sometimes, hey, we had technical difficulties. We're live, pal. If it took me so long to get those videos and audio clips, because I just could not load them. And, but it made for a fun show. That's how I like it. Unpredictable. That's what we do over here. We're unapologetic, blah, 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 blah. And it's all good. So Ricardo saying, don't you dare. You know where I live. But anyway, man, peace to everybody that watched the show. Peace to the chat. We'll see. St. Louis, check your email. I emailed you back, bro. If you want to do something, let me know. Just email me. Let me know before I end up getting busy. Pour your heart out. June 24th, June 20th. I'm gonna try to get that date pushed to the summer. Not the summer, to that Saturday, because I accepted the debate for a Tuesday. But to get the most eyeballs on it, you really want it on a Saturday. And I don't really want to be doing anything coming off of work. So I'd rather it be on the Saturday. So I'm going to talk to Solar and Blue and see if we can get it pushed to Saturday. But tentatively right now is me against Blue, conference finals. Winner goes to the SVDL Season 5 championship. I'm looking to bring that championship home. I mean, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I want to win. I want to be the champion. Is black male culture responsible for the demise of the black community? That's the title of the debate. Y'all know I love these type of debates. I'm gonna have to cook Blue. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cook them. So y'all make sure and tune into that. Go check out SVDL Solar Vision Debate League. Can't wait to see those face off between Rio and Dembele. That's going to be tremendous. Check out the face off last night between Blue and myself. I went full wrestler mode, championship belts and all. Y'all know I'm an entertainer, man. That's what I do, man. And don't forget to support Brother Yanga, man. He's in the hospital. Well, he's in the hospital. He did a live last night. He's in some pain, but he's recovering. So if you got anything you can help him out with, him personally, just send him give him a call, send him a text, something like that. Help lift his spirits up. All right, I'm officially gone now. Peace to everybody in the chat. Peace to everybody that's watching. As always, I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. And with that, until next time, peace.
Now the whole world can acknowledge me.
You'll get the shit. You'll be knee deep in the shit.
Brother, I'm gonna take you home.
What?
You're gonna be mine. You're about to be mine.